Damn, I'm just starting to feel decent. I had a rough ass day, dog.
Man, I already know how that go.
Well, you got it going live.
LL Cool J is.
Y'all ready?
Yep.
I was over here thinking of some bars real quick, Larry, on no accident.
I can see. I see you doing the beard run.
Yeah, what am I about to say? But
bibbity bobbity boo.
Getting with the stacks. All right. 3, 2, 1. New roll up, new vibes. Back with my guys, ready to kick some shit, talk some Big 3 football. Larry Young, what it do?
Everything's everything, man. Here to face the music.
Face the music Sunday a little bit. We'll re-chime on it again. CJ, what it do, my dude?
Shit, man. I'm trying to make peace with the music.
I almost forgot y'all lost.
Man, right, man.
It's been a hell of a weekend for Florida State Twitter, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's been
this damn Civil War like a motherfucker, man.
Y'all too? Our Civil War is about Anthony Richardson and Emory Jones. What y'all Civil War about?
My Civil War be about the dumbest damn shit. It be the shortest midget contest. It be Mike Norvell versus Willie Taggart.
Yeah, that's a wild one.
Bring Willie back. Screaming how racism cost Willie his job, man.
Right. And then you got folks that feel like, oh, the 21 Willie shouldn't have been fired within the 21 games. So Willie's better than Mike in this. And this shit is just crazy, man. Like, bro, we sucking under both of these cats.
Yeah, that's hard. It's hard to say who's better because I think Willie inherited a better product.
Oh yeah, off the real. Mike. Willie had some guys to start off with.
Yeah, for sure. Larry Young, what y'all Civil War about? Y'all kind of seem all on the same page as just fire Manny.
Yeah, I'm about to say I don't see too much war, to be honest with you.
I was looking at y'all timeline today, man. A lot of cats was pissed off because y'all ain't talking shit to Michigan State or whatever. They want y'all to.
Oh, nah, we don't feel like it.
Match.
First off, I didn't know Michigan State had a Twitter. Like, so
shout out to my man Nate. Yeah. Michigan State got a Twitter. He say he pulling up Sunday for you too. It's all the Big 3 shows. My man Nate, shout out to him, big Michigan State alumni and fan.
Okay,
that's what's up, man. Pull up all you want to, man. Pull up. You know, win, lose, or draw though. Don't go nowhere. I'll talk to you.
How was your weekend? How'd you watch this the Application State game? Where you was at?
Kicked up in the living room, man. You know, ain't nobody going nowhere on Saturday. You get some pizza, some wings, probably some spirits, and you pull up on the couch unless you're going to the game. That's my rule. If I ain't going to the actual game, bro, I'm on the couch.
Ain't you gluten-free, my dude?
Mm-hmm. They got gluten-free pizza.
No, you ain't ordering no gluten-free pizza. Don't lie to me.
Yeah, I did. Bruh, trust me, I did. It ain't something you do. If you can't have gluten, you don't play eat stuff you can't eat. Trust me.
What happened to you when you eat gluten? Educate me. Because my niece has it. I don't know what happens to her. She can't eat
do all kind of stuff, man. Real talk. It'll affect, obviously, your digestive system. It causes depression and brain fog. Like, everything's starting to gut. So if you mess up your biosphere in there, and it goes all downhill from there. Yeah, man, you get everything from the BGs, the constipation, it all depends. It ain't cool.
All right, bro.
You asked. You want to ask. You know it got something to do with the stomach. I was like, you don't know why you asked me this shit.
CJ, I know you're not taking the kid back to dope. So what you vibing on this weekend? You at the crib?
Nah, this weekend got a wedding they hit on Saturday. Perfect fucking timing too. Not Saturday. The wedding is on Sunday. Sunday evening. Yeah. Hitting the wedding. That's pretty much it. Just watching the damn football. Well, coaching football on Saturday, and of course watching the games. I'm damn sure. Well, it's a away game, but if it was a home game, it's gonna be on the couch anyways. But yeah, just kicking up watching football, man, and then going to my boy wedding, old homie from college, man, real good dude.
He must play college football.
What's that?
He must love college football. I don't like weddings in the football season, but if you're gonna do it on a Sunday, I might with it because I ain't big.
Right? Yeah. Oh yeah. He definitely planned it out perfectly. Yeah. He and it's ironic. He's an FSU fan too.
Oh, he could have took it on Saturday.
Right,
Give y'all boys a break.
Then you probably cheaper on Sunday, so he's like, I just stick with that.
Yeah, but it's yeah, man, that's pretty much my weekend in a nutshell.
Oh man, I went out to, like, I think I talked about it. If you listen to the No Cap show, I talked about going out there to the Tampa Stadium, to the Buck Stadium to watch Florida play USF. That's a dope stadium. I enjoyed myself out there. We got Bama this weekend. I'm chilling. I've been lying to people all week about going to Gainesville, but I think I'm chilling. I was gonna make a play, so I called my guy, Eric, the guy that owns White Buffalo. That's like the historically like great spot downtown Gainesville. I hit him up. I was like, "Yo, I'm pull up in town, man. Shoot your boy a table." You know what I'm saying? What the vibes like? He told me $1,000 a table, and that confirmed me staying home this weekend.
Ooh, they hitting the head this weekend.
Not in Gainesville, baby. I'm gonna spend I don't mind $1,000 at a table certain places, but it ain't gonna be Gainesville, baby.
For sure, I definitely feel that.
That ain't it.
And not the hustle.
About for them big time games, man. They're damn price gouge like a motherfucker, man.
Because they know if you a college football fan, bro, you live off of hope. Yeah, like you even if you feel like you about to play, the NFL team, you like, yeah, but we might win, and people gonna pull up and break bread. So that's why I can't knock the hustle.
I think I seen a ticket, like the going ticket for the UF Bama game. It was on Twitter. I don't know the exact price, but it was north of 1,000.
Yeah, it's stupid. They're nuts,
man. God bless.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it. If you got it, it ain't tricking if you got it. So if you got it, go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, blow a bag.
For sure.
Not me personally. Let's get into this Big Three talk. We got a lot of football to talk. I don't want to hang out too much in the intro. Big Three talk is brought to you by the great folks at Brunt Insurance and Financial Services. Anything you need insured from the Panhandle to the Keys, hit my man Greg up on bruntinsurance.com or give him a call at 954-589-2204. Big coverage, big policies. Greg, what it do? We starting with. You gonna get my shit out of the way? I got the big matchup, though. I'm going last. Larry, what you got? Let's talk about your shenanigans with Application State. You got a lot of talk about big. You got a big game too. It's a must-win situation for Miami.
I mean, I don't know if it's must-win. Must-win to who? It depends on who you're asking.
I'm asking you.
Me?
Yeah. I know Manny thing. Michigan State gonna do what they do to everybody. We know how Manny get down.
Should win. I'll give you that. I must win. It depends on who you asking, bro.
I guess must win for the program. Yeah, what you think must win for the program?
For the program, yeah. For the program itself, it's a must win. For the administration, it's an For the fans, it's definitely a must win. But yeah, I mean,
what you think for Manny? You think it's a must win for Manny?
No,
I think you don't think for locker room sake and fan sake and recruiting sake, this is a must win though. I think none of that matters.
Yeah, those things I think. But like he just asked me about Manny, do it matter? I don't think it matters. No.
If Manny loses,
I don't think it'll.
On that tip.
Yeah, he'll be all right. He'll lose that game.
What's Manny's leash? What do you think would take this year for him to get fired? Like, what would he'll have to go under 500 or something crazy? What's his leash like?
Yeah, I honestly believe it would have to be something like that. And even that, I still just don't think this administration cares like that. It's like, all right, cool. President not a big football fan, and that's kind of been one of our lingering issues over there. Is that people don't care enough to worry about Manny's leash is pretty long, man. Ain't nobody yanking his chain. He really would probably have to win 3 games. But if he even split it and go 500, he ain't going nowhere.
Keep Manny forever.
Please keep him forever. Let's talk about the game. 23-25, Miami pulled out a heartbreaker. Upset win over App State.
Hey man, sometimes you got to win one for the Gipper. So it looked bleak, and with the chips falling down, we went to the best player on the team, Borregales, and let him line it up and clinch the game for us, man.
What's your best guy?
So far. Somebody asked me earlier, said, what does Miami do good? And only thing I can answer with was kick. We're good at kicking. outside of that, I don't know if we do anything good. I wouldn't say we're doing anything horrible yet, but yeah, we don't have an identity. There's nothing to identify us as good as
that was
right
my
now.
next question. For what's your identity? I mean, on stats on paper, y'all look kind of balanced running and passing the ball, right?
Right.
So it looked like you guys are a balanced team, but a lot of balanced bullshit. I don't. Yeah.
It don't excel. Yeah, there's no particular thing that I could point to and say, hey, this is what we do great, and this is what we'll hang our hat on. But it's still early. It's just disappointing from the fan base standpoint, obviously, because, like kind of touched on Sunday, the excuses kind of got to go. You have some cohesiveness here for sure. I mean, Manny obviously been around for several years, and what was supposed to be the identity of the team was supposed to be a high-powered offense. So far is completely stalled out. So,
my man went 20 for 33 for 200 yards.
Yeah, I mean,
you only had
not good enough.
200 flat.
200 flat even.
Not good enough. Same thing.
It's crazy because we was talking about before the Bama game that you got to push it downfield or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
We had one huge catch, and I think Rambo got one. I think we had two pretty big gains. Keyshawn Smith had a big game. Great catch on that ball.
Do you think the lack of pressing down the field is on Lashley, or you think it's King?
I think it's been a little bit of everything, a little bit of everybody. There was a little scene on the side where Rambo was chewing out Navon Donaldson because he blew the block. And it's like, yeah, if you catch that block, there's an opportunity for me to make a play. So it's some dysfunction at the player level, at from the O-line stance, from the QB stance, and from the coaching stance. I think it's it's just the perfect little cocktail, all those things mixing together and falling short. I think the things can be fixable for the most part. It's just nobody's wanting to wait for that. And I understand why they don't want to wait for it. It's time to go. You running it back, you bringing back one of the most senior teams in college football.
I'll be honest with you, dog. It looked like King leave the pocket too early sometimes. It looked like he's antsy, he's not comfortable. He makes one read and he's trying to go. That's what I'm seeing. I don't know what they teach him in the offense, but just watching the game, when I was watching it Saturday, it felt like he was leaving some of them pockets way too early and not going through his progressions.
I agree. I think he could panic a little bit. Lashley can also at times get a little stubborn in his ways. He was quoted as saying that some people asked him why he kept running it up the middle in certain situations, and the people were his wife and kids. And I'm like, bro,
that felt like Dan Mullen type shit when he said that.
Yeah, really did. I was like, what?
I like where he going with this.
I was like, all right, okay, cool. He said, I get it, but it's like,
that's what women say in games too. That's why I liked it, because my old lady go to games. She said, why do you keep running up the middle? That's shit she said.
Right. You're like, nah, it's just he ain't waiting for the blocks to set up, blah, blah, blah. Right. Nah, it's just it's been too predictable. And that's why we ended up in the dogfight. I was never really in fear of the game. I never thought we were actually going to lose it.
Shit, that sound like me.
Yeah, I mean, that's just.
You don't believe you can lose to Application State?
No, I knew. Once it started getting down the stretch, I definitely knew we could. I just didn't ever fear it. I really was like, we'll get it in kicking range. And that's why I say the best guys on the team kick it. But that's just not the game that's supposed to be against them.
Bro, I gave you them 14 points down the stretch. They didn't drop them passes. Y'all didn't do nothing effective on defense to stop that final drive. They just didn't catch the damn ball.
Well, there you go. I'll take it however I got to take it. You could be on the wrong side of it. Pause, yeah. That's a good one. My bad. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, shout out to your Miami podcast before we finish breaking down the rest of this game. Shout out to 26 Degrees.
Y'all check us out, man. 26 Degrees. I think we just recorded right before this, our 5th show. We drop our Friday mornings. So you usually get them by 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Me, my boy X and Meezy, we've been putting out shows right now. They're about an hour some change. we definitely encourage fan interaction. Call us up. We got a voicemail line and email.
Nice.
Check it out over at go to the Twitter page, and it's got a number and an email link right up there. So yeah, check us out, man, every Friday. And we definitely encourage a lot of fan interaction. Hit us up, man. We had Chef Maul on the show with us already so far. He kicked it with us for a while. So yeah.
Shout out to Chef Maul, long time listener of the Big Three Roll Up.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He brought balance to the to the show, man. He was talking a lot of good sense. Like, he probably had the most balanced takes out of everybody. So yeah, shout out him, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, we didn't do anything good yet. So you fight, you struggle in a game like that. And Michigan State, we're going to get Michigan State. Michigan State is
real quick. You got to talk about your injury as well.
Okay.
But
we get to that.
My last question was offensive line play, because I expected you guys to maybe push application state around a little bit more. Being this been your best offensive line in the last like 2 decades. Are you concerned about your offensive line play in your run game?
Yeah, I expected. I called out Navon a little bit. I noted when I was watching it, I was like, man, I think he's still, unfortunately, a little overweight as well. Which is, he'll share some more weight as the season goes on. You just drop that weight anyways playing ball. But yeah, disappointed in probably more in the interior. Corey Gaynor probably, needs to go, but we don't really truly have his replacement at center. They went ahead and redshirted Ja'Kai Clark today. I think it was from the car wreck and the injury. Right. So, but they already, I guess, whatever they, obviously they didn't give us the details yet. But whatever he's going to have to go through, they decided to go ahead and shut him down for the entire year. So Gaynor gets pushed back too much, and Clark is probably more naturally going to move to his position. But unfortunately, that senioritis shit, we still deal with that. And Corey's like the vocal leader, blah, blah, blah. So he wasn't going to get pulled off. And I think, yeah, Navon's still not quite in football shape yet. So that's concerning. I think the tackles are playing well. And I love the way Jalen Rivers is playing. I think the kid's nasty. I think he was as good as advertised. I think he's a great addition to the line. So it's a little bit more to center and the right guard.
He was with the other Oak Leaf guy, right?
Chance. Chance Williams. Yep. Yeah. Both of those guys came in together. And both of them are showing good promise. So good pickup so far by the staff. I'm getting to Michigan State a little bit.
Yeah, let's talk about Michigan State.
Michigan State, they are number.
I'm concerned about them running the ball, man.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say. They're number 9 in total offense. A little bit shocking, especially with a Mel Tucker-led team. Him being a defensive coach, they are right about middle of the road defensively. They're number 69, so not god awful, but you would expect maybe a little bit more. Michigan State, historically has been one of the better defensive teams when they were good teams. This team kind of out on a hotter start than most people projected them to be. Because ahead of the season, this was projected to win. Now this is a game at this point, because Michigan is exceeding expectations and we aren't meeting them. So, their team right now, they're led by the running back Kenneth Walker III. He's 4th in the nation right now in rushing. So, good old fashioned Big Ten football, led by the running game. Kid looks good. I watched some of his highlights and everything. He looks as good as advertised. And the other strengths on that team is they have a decent amount of transfers. They got a couple leaving from SEC schools. Who's the kid from Florida? Just left y'all. Chester Kimbrough and Ronald Williams from Alabama.
Kimbrough, the corner, right?
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, and Ronald Williams is also a cornerback as well from Alabama. So they got a little SEC talent coming over that transferred in to help them out a lot. There's Starting left tackle was a transfer from Arkansas State. So, and they got a Tennessee linebacker, Quavarius Crouch, who's made a big impact on their defense to help them speed up quite a bit. So, looking at a team that they're exceeding expectations, they're winning in a way that we've had trouble with before. Yeah, the game's concerning, because they're just going to try to lean on us and run. I don't think we're doing particularly bad in the running game. I think that's been
but it's one of their strengths as well.
Right.
The offensive line.
Right. Typically, right. That just tends to be what they do out there. So I'm more concerned about the run defense, not necessarily from the line itself, but the second level. We were talking about injuries. Actually, we were about to talk about injuries. Chaney in the App State game ended up going down for the year, and Keontra Smith is going to be out with an MCL sprain for about a month. So that left us even thinner at our worst position on defense. And when I was watching the App State game, that's what scares me the most. We got guys just out of position, getting washed out and pushed out because they're shooting the wrong gaps, and that'll probably be my biggest concern going into that game. I still think we pull off a win. I just don't think it'll be anything pretty again.
Right, you guys got these boys at noon. I would say it's an advantage, but you guys practice all camp at night, so I don't know how that's going to be an advantage. They are lousy on third down. I don't know if you guys are great on third down, but
that's been the play for like a decade. That go back to like Golden, man.
Right now, in my mind, bro, I think Michigan win this, like off of basic stuff, right? They can run the football. I don't think you guys have an advantage with a nooner. Do you guys usually pack a game out there early? Like, how big is that crowd going to be at noon?
I think it'll be medium.
I don't know.
I think you'll see, because it's
Miami fans haven't even woken up by then.
Still home at 11, baby.
He's going to bed by 8 a.m.
If I had to guess on this game, I'd say about 50. About 50 grand. Because it's early and it's a decent.
That ain't bad at kickoff. That ain't bad.
Yeah, that's not horrible.
Right.
I think they'll do about 50 grand.
That's about fill that up though, right?
No, I think Pro Player do about 80 something.
Okay. What you think about this game, CJ? What's your vibes?
From what I'm seeing, man, I think it's gonna be an L, man. Just to be quite honest. Michigan State is surprised. They won against Northwestern, who's been a pretty solid team in the Big Ten. The last couple of years. And Mel Tucker, I think, is a really good coach. Defensive mind. If Miami can stop the run game, they'll probably have a chance, but they ain't been able to stop the run game yet. I think the middle of the defense is like we talked about on No Cap Sunday. It could be dealt with, so to speak. So we'll see how it play out. But for them to win, I think you have to have a big game for definitely a big game from King and scrambling wise, getting the ball downfield. And Miami got to use their speed. Y'all advantage of speed against these guys. If y'all can showcase that speed, you could be okay.
Who's picking up the slack from my bad? Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, man, Miami's been known to come out lackluster in these 12 o'clock games too. In the past, so you definitely can't come out lackluster against these guys. They're gonna hit you in the mouth and you won't be able to recover.
I hate noon games for that reason.
Yeah.
We always come out flat noon games. I hate them. Who's gonna pick up the slack for Chaney?
Roos is still out. Suspended? Yeah, they gave him a 4-game suspension. So it would be Cody Brown, freshman transfer from Tennessee.
How's he looking in camp?
He's been ahead of Thad Franklin. The reports are good. They like him. Him and Thad are similar in style. So you're talking about the bigger downhill bruising backs. He just what they're saying is the slight advantage he had was getting there when he did, and Thad came in a little nicked up. You know how it is coming from those high school programs. A lot of these kids, they don't get the best medical, so by the time they get them on campus, they find out this and this and this is wrong with them, and so he was getting patched up a little bit. So Cody took his spot. I definitely think he's gonna have to play though, because like against App State, once Chaney went down, that was another problem. like we didn't pull Cam, and Cam was getting a little gas. He actually warmed down a little bit towards the end of the game. I thought he was finishing runs well and everything, but at the same time, you got to be able to spell the guy, and we just really didn't. And
the line at what 6.5?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, last one I saw. Yeah,
Miami.
Last one I saw.
Yeah, Miami.
Minus 6.5. Yeah, I like it. I got us winning 34-24.
Oh, you want to give me them 10?
I ain't giving you nothing.
You've been real nice, bro. I'm trying to see how nice you're gonna get.
I'm tired of giving. I gave you 4 points. I gave you 4 points for your game.
Yeah, that line dropped a little bit today. CJ, let's talk about Florida State a little bit, dog. Big matchup. Y'all cannot start 0-3, dog. It's historically like the worst start in Big 3 history of any program. How do y'all avoid this lackluster start?
Yeah, man. So again, like I said, this is probably the biggest game. Like I said on No Cap on Sunday, probably the biggest game in recent FSU memory. Just for the simple fact, like you said, starting 0-3, man, it just can't happen, especially in this climate with how bad we've been over the last, X amount of years, and losing to a FCS program for the first time in program history. It's just bad business. So, Wake is 2-0. But again, the 2 games, I don't really know too much about them because 2 games they played, it was against ODU, Old Dominion, and Norfolk State. So 2 easy, 2 easy games before going into conference play. They do return the starting quarterback from last year, Hartman. He's a senior, and actually Sam Hartman, he beat us in 2019. Willie's last year, like I was talking about, Larry on. He had beat us that year. He was the starter for that game. He was the backup that year because your boy was the starter, the kid that transferred to Georgia, but ended up going pro for whatever reason and knocked out last year.
God bless his career.
Yeah, that kid he didn't get drafted.
He didn't get drafted, nah.
Yeah, but he was the starting quarterback that year, and Sam Hartman stepped in and was able to of course beat us or whatnot. So we're pretty familiar with him. He's pretty familiar with us.
He was on that show, QB1, right?
Yeah, I believe Sam.
Pretty sure, yeah. I think he was on there. Played for like a small school out there. Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
And I think Dave Clausen's one of the best coaches in the ACC. He's a really good coach. He gets the most out of those Wake Forest players. So for us to win this game, we can't have the turnover. Not the turnover. Excuse me. We can't have the penalties that we've been having, man. It just can't happen because Wake is a real disciplined team. Clausen has them coached up. They're not going to commit too many penalties. They're not going to be the type that's going to beat themselves. You got to beat Wake Forest, so we got the athletes to do it. If we have the same showing that we had against Notre Dame, and I feel like we can handle them pretty steadily. If they bring that same type of energy, they bring that bullshit that they brought this past Saturday, then it can get ugly. That's coming from the coaches too.
You think that?
Oh, hold on, we lost the silk.
Yeah, my bad. My wife opened this sliding glass door all violently. You close it. You good? Do you think? Last week was like more of a like you guys looking over App State for Wake Forest, or what do you think the biggest letdown?
Not App State, Jacksonville State.
Yeah, you think you guys got to pass Jacksonville State?
I think so, man. I think these coaches didn't really convince these guys that they could be beat by Jacksonville State. Like Saban, even his PAs who was saying, take Mercer this, he was dead ass serious because it can happen. We're trying damn gadget shit with having McKenzie and Travis on the field at the same time, doing stuff like that. You're just telling me in the back of my mind, like you took this week as, we want to try some bullshit because we feel like this is an easy game. And tossing the ball.
He came back and said he wanted to do that again, right?
Right.
I think you handicap yourself if you got 2 quarterbacks. You playing with 10.
But we know 100% that 10 isn't a threat.
Right.
When he's playing receiver, this, that, another, or excuse me. My bad, fellas.
Good.
I don't believe Travis is a threat either. If you line him out, so you're kind of limiting yourself because we already know that 10 is handicapped from the get go. So that's just a waste of a body, so to speak, when you having your 11 out on the field. So I don't get that formation and all. And this is a touchback on Jackson State, man. Like it was a lot of coaching shit that really just rubbed me the wrong way, man. Like, say for instance, go ahead, Larry.
No, I was gonna say, and that's got to be super troublesome because that's been the flag they've been flying. Oh, he's just a great coach.
Right,
like he can coach. And
hell, even against Notre Dame, he showed me some shit like, yeah, he could coach some stuff up. But then you come back on the next week and it's like, damn.
But he ended Notre Dame with some questionable coaching decisions, and then he come right back the next week with more questionable coaching decisions.
So so really we talking in game stuff, like maybe because I keep hearing he can coach, so they must be talking about
like the issues, man,
practicing and stuff like that. But yeah, his in game decision making has been
subpar to say the least, man. The fourth downs we've been going for, like the 4th and 3. Instead of taking the points to go up 17, I'm sorry, we was up 17-10. Taking the points to go up 17-7. You take those points and go 20-7 on that 4th and 3 when we threw the fade to Malik. That was a bad call. At that point, you got to take the points to get up out of there. Corbin only had 15 carries. And he had, I want to say, how many yards did Corbin have?
He looked like the best player on your offense, period.
He is the best player on offense by far.
Right.
And you feed him 15 times.
That's and that's where I get the vibes, man. I'm like, I don't know. It's supposed to be this guy, and I'm hearing you tell me.
He had 15 for 109.
Yeah,
he averaged 7 a pop.
He should have had 30 carries.
You go to
why y'all struggling
Notre Dame game,
especially with a lead.
Notre Dame game, he had 15 for 144, averaged 9.6 a pop. So why don't you ride your hot man? We got Lawrence toward Philly getting those late game carries. Why? That made no sense to me at all.
Right,
no sense at all.
Yeah, bullshit aside, man. I don't know, Mike.
I agree, man. Like last week I haven't really questioned a lot of his stuff, man. But last week made me like, damn, bro, what are you doing?
Right. You try not to be fan coach. I know we get into that sometimes, but some of us just
we
football.
blew a timeout. We blew a timeout. It was 4th down before we punted the ball on that last drive. It was 4th down on like the 45. We go like we're going for the ball, and he just try to do a hard count to draw them off sides, which wasn't fucking happening at all. And he blew a timeout in that situation before punting the ball. Save that timeout. That was your last timeout. Save that timeout.
Right.
And then of course we got that the last play, man.
That last play was egregious,
bro. We had motherfuckers in press coverage, dog. Press coverage.
That's outlandish, man. To have them guys on the island like that. Oh my god.
4th and 10 on the other side of 50. They need another. And he brought up the damn excuse in the PA about they want to do pressure on this, that, and another because they didn't want to go and prevent for them to possibly get an underneath route.
It was
in field goal range. It was 6 seconds left on the clock, and they needed 30 yards to even attempt a damn field goal.
Yeah, I'd rather have to fight them in overtime than lose.
Right, and not even that. You back up and put your heels on the 30, so to speak, to put your heels on that quote unquote
the marker where they need, right? The range.
Yeah. So it was a lot of questionable coaching decisions, man, that really just got me wondering. So again,
if he thought he could gain that many yards and get a timeout in 6 seconds, I got a lot of questions for goddamn Mike Norvell.
Right.
Instead of just owning the fuck up, like, man, we was a bad call. We messed the situation up instead of making excuses about it. That's why I feel like it's excuses to try to get, hey, this is our reasoning and our reason is justified. No, it's not justified because the logic don't make sense. You have 6 seconds left on the clock, to get the pass off as it is, and then get a timeout and all that, man. It just doesn't make sense. So that last play, then we're not getting to the actual play of the last play. That was, I don't know what the hell Brownlee was doing on
lollygagging. They was chilling, like
it really was.
Pick up. They was
like that wasn't a game. Like it was something else that could have happened after that.
His pressure too, like he kind of chill about it. He ain't too upset with himself. I like it.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. That
I like his energy.
He's like, man, see this ice cold, baby. Ice cold.
He's like, hey man, players fuck up.
Yeah.
That's literally how
this year don't even count. Last year I had COVID. COVID year don't count. This year, hey man, still trying to get my guys in here, bro. This year don't count.
Miami pinching guys against Bama. Like, bro, like they ain't even attempt the touch a ground to do after he caught the ball. It was like,
yeah, it was crazy. It's like they was hoping he ran out of bounds and then he cut back. There was no urgency.
No urgency at all, man. Then somebody else also pointed out that the guy that made that last block, it was a video of Jamie Robinson transfer from South Carolina. That was his guy. They was running side by side, so to speak. Jamie wasn't hustling at all, and the guy that made that block on Brownlee was his man or whatnot. So look, shit like that, man. So we'll see if these guys got the message, man. But if Jermaine Johnson could be Jermaine Johnson, we'll have a chance, because that motherfucker there's a grown ass man.
What's the message?
You said what now?
What's the message?
Shit, you about to be 0-3. That's a damn message.
That's a hell of a message.
That's a hell of a damn message. First off, losing to an FCS school. That's a damn message.
But the message to me would be
the message be check your mentions on Twitter, but that's the message.
Go
that's
check what all these people talking about you, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Check your family name.
The vibes is wild, bro. I don't know what to expect. Y'all 5-point underdog going playing weight, right?
6.5.
6.5. So that shit went up.
Yeah, 6.5.
I saw 4.5 just now. You know that line move a lot.
Yeah, it moves. I was looking at ESPN.
I just saw 4.5 on Bleacher Report. So
I seen my man PK Sam mentioning about some locker room might maybe losing the locker room. Which vibes when former players do that, get a little sassy and
I don't like that bullshit, man. Because I feel like PK been having a vendetta against Florida State for the longest. I'm gonna keep it real. When the Bobby situation came about, think about him supporting Trump or him something recent about him passing when he first got diagnosed, and he was saying that he don't like black players anyway. He has a slave owner mentality and that type of shit, tweeting that type of stuff. And as a former player, and then prior to the Notre Dame game, he's tweeting about, damn, coach isn't naming the starter, so who the players on the team don't know who they're who's the starter going to be. And we're like, shit, these motherfuckers know they practice with the players every damn day. They see who getting the most reps or whatnot. So again, you don't know who the starter is versus Notre Dame, but on the flip end this week, you got a text from an insider saying there's division in the locker room.
Right. So the insiders weren't working before. They working.
Yeah, they weren't working before. He was asked about the quarterback. So I feel like he's trying to be a little messy. And even as an OG player, why would you even put that shit in the atmosphere like that?
Right. Yeah, that's
if you
sad.
care for the program, now as a fan that's trying to rile some shit up, then cool. But as a former player who cares for the program,
right? It ain't even over no content. It ain't over a platform. It's really just a tweet to get reactions and stuff like that. Us as rivals, we like that type of shit.
So eat it up. Yeah, every time.
Retweet that with all the emojis and gifs.
Supposed to. So only negative can come out of that. You feel me? Nothing positive can come out of that. Even if it is the vision in the locker room, you think that's gonna help the situation?
What is the vibes in the locker room right now? You think?
No, I think it's definitely probably a lot of back and forth or whatever. It's a lot. It could be some division.
Like, bro,
and rightfully so, because you just lost to an FCS school.
Right. No, but hey, man, I think we need to bring back
some uncomfortable conversations.
Boys trying to bring back the swag surf. Try to see if we can get the momentum. We get the momentum moving back again. Man.
But now I think it could be. I think it's. And the word is, it's still some riff with some players in a loss like that. That's just going to make that riff even, you know what I'm saying, even more so with players trying to buy into the situation.
Y'all got it's just ragtag.
You had Dante Lucas left the program this week.
Yeah, and they say the reason Lucas left, Rick Ballou on Twitter, he's a pretty he's a well-respected reporter and pretty connected with inside sources to FSU. He went on record and tweeted that Lucas. Well, of course, he was the worst graded lineman on the team, and that was obvious, clearly. You feel me? I mean, that's even a blind man can see that. So he was the worst graded lineman on the field or whatnot. He was getting chewed out about it and had to run gassers and this, that, and another. He refused to do it. So he said, "Fuck it, I'm gone." And that was per Rick Ballou. And I told y'all before a game was even played. Like, if we got to rely on goddamn Lucas for anything, man, like, we're fucked. I told y'all that from the jump. If that motherfucker got to play some meaningful snaps, that shit is ugly. And sure enough, man, he had multiple false starts. illegal blocking down, ineligible man
Larry
down.
Crying, laughing so hard,
man, because that shit true, man. Like, and then on top
that
of
boy is terrible.
He is terrible, dog. And we talked about him before. He was a blue chip prospect.
Blue
All
chip.
three of us was on after heavily.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Heavily.
And, they trolled us and everything. I'm like, boy, sometimes God just be looking out for you, man.
It's crazy how that shit sometimes that shit just don't work out for those type of kids due to those situations like that. But yeah, so like I said, multiple false starts, ineligible lineman downfield, holding. So if he wasn't getting the penalty doing it before pre-snap, doing the actual play, he was getting his ass whooped by the defensive lineman in front of him. Oof. So yeah, he ended up leaving the program due to that, man, and he's kind of been going in that direction for the longest, man. It was talks about he entered the portal at one point due to going back and forth with the coaches and whatnot and not buying in. Then he withdrew his name and saying, I'm all in FSU. And then he put out the damn tweet, FSU ain't promoting me for NIL. Why y'all hiding me? Like, why are we hiding you? Like,
they should have been hiding him.
For real.
Right?
You see why we was hiding you.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah. We got you at NIL deal. Now you gone. Now what we gonna tell these people?
Right.
So it's just been since he came on campus, it's been a disappointment to say the least, man. Because like you said, he came in as a hero of the offensive lineman. On top of that, FSU was going through, one of the worst offensive line phases that they faced in program history. So shit, we thought he was gonna be one of those guys, pointing to the right direction of moving forward, and it just didn't pan out.
Yeah, that's nuts, man. I think the best thing he did was run up on Cam Harris in the end zone when he was warming up on y'all side.
I remember that shit. Yeah, man.
That's best play he made for y'all, man. Congratulations. That was big.
All wolf, man. All wolf.
I tell you, the boy said he's out of here. Y'all was hiding the man. Same thing y'all did to Big Country. Y'all hiding. See,
I can't
that's
believe
the problem
really
over there.
Like, why is FSU hiding me? Like, bro, what? FSU ain't got shit to do with this.
This nigga really ain't got nothing to do with NIL, bro. You got to do
right,
your name,
your
brand. Right.
Do y'all ever just get like? I know sometimes I sit back and I'm like, how delusional can one human being be? Like when I listen to a lot of these kids, especially football players, I'm like, bro, you really have an ego the size of Texas, man. I'm listening to these kids so often. I'm like, man, you don't realize you just not that good.
Bro,
like I'm
their parents saying the people around them still like feeding them and blowing, like putting that helium in the balloon, baby. Like we done been around cats. I was raised around cats like this. With the game's over and they still walk around like they a blue chip. I'm like, all right, bro, you better be a blue chip at the post office and get a job, dog. That shit over with. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes that like he's still a 5-star or a highly recruited player in his mind. That shit over with. Now that's what you can do now.
Right.
It's weird to me because I've spoken to other people that played college at some level, right? Like college ball at some level. And they told me, yeah, bro, I got out there. It was different. You know what I mean? Like, and they took it like, oh, yeah, I ain't going no damn NFL, man. Like, because say they played at a lower level, they go out there, you play for fam, and then you go play, a bad Florida State team and get your head stomped in still. You like, oh, yeah, I got to get a job. Let me take this school shit seriously.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's always weird to me, the kids that shit don't register at all. It's everybody else. It ain't you. It's weird as hell to me, but
ego's a hell of a thing, bro. Sometimes they ain't even about the game,
Yeah, that's true.
And also we have some more news from that game. Brady Scott, backup offensive lineman, had proposed to his girlfriend at the game, and that had caused some Twitter reactions or whatnot. And Brady was saying that it was just both families. That was the only game that both families were able to be at. It was planned, it was already in the works months ahead of time. So
y'all fucked everything up, man.
No, he played that round. He tried to play around a win. Yeah.
Damn.
You can't blame him. He got to get that off.
Yeah. That's my whole point. People saying, well, damn, why did you do that, bro? Like, first of all, as a fan, I feel like fans are too damn entitled. You feel me? For one,
true.
Word up.
They're too damn entitled. That's a personal situation. Like I said, it was the only time that both families could make it make it to the game. And you have both families there. You're not going to call it off. When you got so much invested into it, so to speak. When you got all these people invested into it, and you already had the situation planned out. You're not just going to call it off due to the outcome of the game. Understand that you could be frustrated with the loss to this, that, another, man. But at the same time, man, you can't separate that from personal, and cats do it all the time, man. At play, you could be mad in the situation, this, that, another, but you still, if you feel like you still want to carry out your duties in regards to that, then shit, that's your duty. You that's your wife. You feel like that's your lady, go right ahead and do what you got to do, man.
As somebody that has proposed before, like that's nothing about to stop what's about to happen, man. You know what I'm saying? Like win, lose, or draw. Unless like my mama passed away or something like that, then we gotta like reconfigure. Man, it still may go down. Who knows?
Right.
But no football game, no loss. Like he probably had some realizations too. Like I gotta get a job. So
yeah, is he an upperclassman or underclassman?
Yeah, Brady's upperclassman. I want to say, he been here for a minute, man. But with that COVID shit, man, I think like a red shirt junior. He could be a senior, but that COVID stuff. He
a backup anyway.
Yeah, he was backup.
So like for him. Yeah, like it don't matter at this point because he could very easily just go ahead and quit this team. He can go ahead and just move on.
Proposing in college, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, if anything, that's a bad damn decision.
Right. That's what I'm trying to question. Like, why is he proposing in college, not like after the game?
Well, because he's 30. He's 30 years old.
Oh, my bad.
He's been here for a minute now, for sure.
But yeah, he's like shit to get off the pot time. You know how
that. Yeah. Swimmers might start swimming soon.
Right. Well, as far as the recruiting outcome, man, we haven't really heard too much negative news. But I do feel like if we lose this upcoming week, that it is bound to happen or whatnot.
You ain't gonna hear nothing there neither because they ain't gonna pick up the phone.
Right.
Them people, hey man, y'all know what it is. Don't call me, man.
Yeah, why does the people still calling me?
You know better than that.
But yeah, the only person I foresee flipping at the current time is the offensive lineman to Georgia. Aluba. I feel like he's been trending that way even prior to the Notre Dame game. Took a visit there over the summer and it just stuck out to him. It's one of those recruiting battles where it's Georgia, so to speak. And they do a good job with offensive linemen. So I feel like he's leaning towards there. On the flip end, man, Alex Atkins, he's cast a wide net on the offensive line. He has a boatload of guys committed already. So even though we need all the linemen we could get, it won't be a sink ship type of loss.
Y'all going on 3, right?
No, we're going 1 and 2. We're gonna win.
Really? Like for real?
They don't put up 40 punts 2 weeks
for real.
Like I said, I don't know about all but there's
you can lie on this show. No, this is the show to lie on. I mean, if you want to just lie,
they put up 40 points against Old Dominion and Norfolk. And Norfolk,
and y'all in that company right now. Right now, Old Dominion beat Virginia Tech a couple years ago. I mean, they're doing something right over there. So that kind of puts
2 years back for transitive property. That's a new one.
No, I'm just saying they're doing a little something over there.
Yeah.
Now, ODU isn't
what I'm saying is I can't necessarily pull Florida State out of that category right now.
I won't speak too much on Old Dominion, but Norfolk, I know it's terrible. And that's Norfolk from me at days playing against them in Cookman. We used to beat the hell out of them. So them whooping up on Norfolk isn't too impressive. So they're 2-0, but I gotta see it. They haven't played anybody just yet, so we'll see how it play out.
And then I think it'll be a close game. Still ain't playing nobody. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know.
Did we get the score from Miami? Let's get the score from Miami real quick before we move on to CJ. Did we get the score from Miami game?
No, we
prediction.
Didn't.
Yeah, prediction.
I gave one. I gave 34-24. Y'all didn't know.
34-24.
I don't think y'all scoring that much.
That's a lot for y'all.
Yeah, give me
man, throw the ball 30 sometimes, got 200 yards.
Yeah. Give me 20. Give me 20-17 Michigan State.
Yeah, give me 24-17 Michigan State. I like that score.
All right, those scores actually, I ain't even got nothing to fuss about, bro. Until I see better, those are very fair scores.
Yeah, 34 a lot on the Mel Tucker defense, and Michigan State over the years, it's a different staff. They've had a physical identity, so to speak, even with different head coaches.
No, I gave him that. I gave him that credit for sure. But it's kind of like what you said too, though. They ain't play like
that speed. They ain't played that.
Yeah, they played Northwestern. They played Youngstown. Northwestern's been a pretty good program the last few years too, but it's what it is. But yeah, 34-24.
But yeah, so let me get my FSU score, man. I'm gonna go 27-24 FSU. We bring some side back to the cemetery, baby. Big upset win against Wake. Road win. Sod cemetery game.
Big lies, boy. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. No cap on Sunday.
27-24.
27-24.
That shit crazy.
Y'all must be y'all
fucking Wake Forest as a damn side game.
It would be an upset though. That's what I'm saying.
It would be a road upset. Shit crazy.
Some wild times, man. Larry, what you got for the scope?
Man, I'm gonna go Wake Forest 28, Florida State 17.
See, I think Milton's gonna have to wake up, and we ain't talking about him and Jordan Travis. There's no ore on the depth chart no more. So he's flat out the starter now. I think he's gonna have to wake up a little bit here.
I think the receivers got to wake up too, man. Cause shit, I missed this play before
I walked passing in the game.
Yeah, before I walked in the stadium, Keyshawn Helton had dropped a wide open touchdown, like the first drive of the game for us. It was like an 80-yard like a 50-yard touchdown, a bomb. He had dropped it. So we got receivers and quarterbacks got to step up for sure, man. Because I'm talking about Larion's offense, man. Our passing game was piss poor against Jacksonville State.
Yeah,
piss poor. So definitely, you're right about that. Milton has to step up, and the receivers have to step up also, or just run the damn ball down.
Bro, Milton is the game. If Milton really lock in and do something, he's a NIL deal ready to pop just from the story.
Oh yeah,
especially after week 1, I seen them kind of setting him up. I said, bro, media setting him up to make a nice little run at some money. If he have a decent game,
NFL money. So yeah, he definitely
right.
If he could get right, man, it's there for him.
And that's why I took Wake Forest on, not even on no troll shit, man. I just don't know if y'all can get anything rolling.
Bro, you tell me we losing Wake ain't no goddamn troll, bro. At all.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know if you can get the ball rolling. I don't know we can either, but if it's going to happen, that's what's going to happen.
There's got to be a game. That got to be a game for both of us, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I don't think Mike's patient enough just to hand that ball off to Corbin like he should.
But see, the thing is, though, man, he like the backs he's had at Memphis and shit. Like he fed them horses, and he had plenty of damn guys. Henderson with the Rams. Kenny Gainwell, like he's had guys like running backs that he's gotten to the league and he's fed them, and hopefully he, as a coach looking back at the film and reflecting, seeing like, damn, I really need to get this guy these carries. Hopefully he sees that. But yeah, man, you got to feed the horse, man. Corbin shouldn't get no less than 20 touches a game, no less.
And great coaches, again, you have to adapt.
Oh yeah.
So you can't.
My score.
He don't get that.
Somebody else pointed this out that we had that game we had against I want to say Sanford when we had played Sanford real tough to get with Taggart.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Was it? You almost feel Sanford or the Louisiana Monroe game, whatever. But Cam had like 35 fucking carries, man. We rolled that.
You got to
do whatever it takes. You got to get this W. Period. And that harking back to what you said last week. You got to get the W, man. Like
right.
That's
just a point of time, man. Fuck all that cute shit, man. Let me win this goddamn game.
Right.
Yeah, that's why you should have got them 3 trying to style points and all other stuff, man. But
right. Fuck that. Go up 20-7.
My score. Give me 28-10, something like that, man. I'm not believing in Florida State like offense. If they can lean on Corbin, they got some playmakers that can like take it off over the top. But all that locker room shit they got going on, I think the off the field shit is gonna spill out on the field Saturday. I think it's an undisciplined team, a lot of flags, a lot of nonsense. I done seen this type of shit. When the rumors and the buzz is going like this, players leaving the program, teams not gonna be focused. Players can start playing for themselves, get selfish football play. So I think it could get ugly for Florida State this weekend.
And if it do, man, program gonna be in a deeper hole, man, real deeper hole.
Yeah, that's a decade, man. Take it from somebody who knows.
That's another thing, man. People talking about the lost damn decade, bitch. Give me that shit right now. I'll take that shit any day.
That was no bad lost decade, huh?
Right?
Yeah, right.
Lost decade. What we been in this damn lost decade. Fucking lost decade was we just couldn't beat Miami ass. That was a lost damn decade.
That was it. Yeah. Hey, hindsight's 20/20, right?
For real.
That sounds like Georgia. That's what Georgia does right now.
They bring Willie back, man. Hell no, don't bring Willie back. Don't bring Willie back, bro. Please.
What? What y'all want him to do? When Willie get back, what would you have him do for you?
Yeah, I don't think bring him back is gonna fix anything.
Not a damn thing. Nah, man.
Reason some of this shit happening, man. Let me get into my Gator talk. Big game this week. We got Alabama, but I'm gonna recap the USF game real fast before we get into that. We got a total of 666 total offensive yards. I think we're like a top 5 offense right now for production wise. We haven't played a whole lot of anybody. I think we should have more points for those amount of yards we have, but that's a whole nother discussion. But 666 total yards. One of the top teams, 4th in the country in rushing. What stuck out in the passing with the stats was my man Emory went 14 for 22 for 151 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Anthony Richardson went 3 for 3, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
No, that's just video game numbers, man.
That's
insane. Sick, man. That's poor, the kid, man, like he's been patient, waited his turn. It's supposed to be his time, but I don't know, man. This Richardson kid is just he could be a generational talent. And when you facing that, I understand what you're saying. It's gonna be super interesting to see how this plays out because I know a lot of Gator fans don't expect Emory to be the starter within a couple of games.
Right. How's the hamstring?
I'm hearing that he's okay. And he's been battling that hamstring off and on since like spring football. He missed some time in spring dealing with it. But from hearing like the guys around the team, they think he's fine to play Saturday. They don't think it's anything too serious that's gonna keep him out of the game. I don't know, bro. They could just be playing it. I'm media at the end of the day too. They could be playing with me as well. Who knows? Dan Mullen's been saying in the week that he's been practicing all weekend, working on that hamstring. Whether he's injured or not injured, Dan Mullen's gonna play games with like him anyway, like in the media. Also in his stat line, he led us in rushing. 4 carries, 115 yards. He averaging 29 a pop damn near.
That's crazy, bro. Well,
Emory had 13 carries for 81 yards, 6.2 a carry. Not bad.
I also think that's a combination of how bad USF was too.
What was that?
I think it's just a combination of how bad USF was too.
Yeah, they were bad. I'm comparing the quarterbacks' performances, like not the defense. They both play the same defense. One of their stats is crazy, and the other ones is not a bad day, but
yeah, it's good. It's a good day. It's a good day. It's just the other one's insane.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, definitely.
Went back and looked at the interceptions. The one he was trying to throw to Whitmore was egregious. It was late. Should have been an interception. I got how he got tricked on the first one. So it's a slick little scheme. And he had his mind made up beforehand. It was predetermined. Once he seen that DB bail, he's going to make that throw, not knowing that the safety was going to come up and play the flash like that. I get it. He haven't had a whole lot of in-game reps. But I'm not saying he played terrible. But we seen how 15 is playing. It's just a whole nother level. Every drive he's played this year has ended in a touchdown.
And that's you can't cheapen that regardless to who the opponent is. Like I gave y'all a little shit about rushing against FAU.
Yeah, it is what it is. Keep balling.
Yeah, that kind of stat. I don't care who you playing.
That's
you
good.
Could be playing, New York Fire Department. It's impressive. To every time you touch the ball, essentially, every drive you coming over points. Y'all, this week coming, what you think the split is?
I think it's close to 50-50, bro. I think Emory still gets most of the snaps. I think they probably go like 55, around that much for Emory. I'm thinking. I think Emory can come out hot. Emory doesn't look terrible. He just doesn't look like this kid. I think when Emory's moving around and not standing flat-footed in the pocket, he's a better passer. That second throw that Anthony Richardson did was just crazy. Like he's going against his body. He's rolling left. He flings that thing like on the sideline 40 yards, 50 yards in the air on a dime to Copeland. Copeland went for like 175 or something stupid too. He had a real good day. But just an incredible throw. I think both of these guys make some good throws on the run. I think we overblowing the scrambling quarterback thing with Bama a little bit, just doing like being able to logically think this game out a little bit. Like, shit, look what they did to Fields. Like, what scrambling quarterbacks? Scrambling quarterbacks have beaten them with Manziel, but that was when Saban was still getting them big old linebackers and stuff. Since he's revamped this defense, I don't know what scrambling quarterbacks have really killed them. I think your best chance at beating them is probably a scrambling quarterback that can
Well, I think Watson had
throws.
a pretty decent game too, scrambling against him in the Natty.
Right. Which was a while ago at this point.
Yeah. That's Watson too at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're talking about Manziel and Watson, the two quarterbacks he struggled with. So I do think talent level, Anthony Richardson can be like that type of person that can jump into Heisman talk. But I'm not gonna overblow like, oh, we got a scrambling quarterback and that just changes things. We've seen what they did with De'Aaron King as well. Like his scrambling ability didn't mean a whole lot.
Yeah, he bottled them up pretty.
Yeah, like you said, it's a totally different defense, man. It's not those big bulky defensive ends you see in the past, man. These cats getting up the quarterback and run as fast as the quarterbacks.
Yeah, Corral put up some numbers against them.
Yeah, passing. Yeah, Ole Miss definitely did.
Yeah, but that's about it. I mean, in the last few years.
I mean, nowadays, man, that offense could be it's tailored to the offense anyway, man. So it's gonna be pretty well big numbers. Yeah, y'all even last year in the SEC championship, y'all put out some really good numbers against those guys. So
I think my offense is gonna be fine. Be honest with you.
But the thing is, on the flip end is, I guess, their offense versus defense.
Right.
That's my biggest concern, my defense. I think my offense is gonna go up and down the field. We're not finna look like Miami. We're finna go get some points. We're gonna move the ball. You know what I'm saying? This shit finna be for real. I believe in my offense. I like what we got going. I think we'll be able to run the ball. I think we can stay balanced on him. We don't have to go run heavy. Anthony Richardson just changes a lot, especially if he's healthy. I mean, all bets is off if he's playing healthy. But my defense, man, I've seen a lot of arm tackling out there on the rewatch. Just don't look good. Like that extra linebacker on the field, I don't know what Grantham is thinking. Keep putting these linebackers on wide receivers. That just looks crazy to me. I don't know what they expect out of my defense. I think these people probably go some bunch sets and make us look crazy a little bit. Just from watching like the style of defense we've been playing. Maybe something changes with what Grantham's calls, but that's my biggest fear right now is my back four really. Us cover like stopping the pass. Run, I think we'll be all right. I like my front four. Linebacker play is nuts, which is what I'm talking about, like in the passing game. Anybody that's been playing us the last few years would be smart just to pick on the linebackers in the passing game. We've been terrible. And we don't go dime and get that extra linebacker off the field. That was my reason for getting guys or saying you got guys like DeJuan Black and Amari Burney. You got a tweener that plays linebacker but can run like a DB. So you think in those situations you will have those athletic guys on the field, not just traditional linebackers. And I'm talking about linebacker play and how suspect has been. We lose a starter in Ventrell Miller, one of the leaders on that defense. He's out for the season. So
you just lost him this last game,
right?
Oh, okay. Man,
right.
Yeah,
he's out for the season. Jeremiah Moon is playing incredible. He's playing better than Ventrell at that position. That was a surprise. So we had some positivity coming from that position, but with Ventrell going down, it's a little spooky. I don't know what I'm gonna get out of linebacker position, especially when teams drop back to pass. And it's too much arm tackling, dog. Too many reaching that pass and shit. I need to see helmet on shoulder pass and people wrapping up shit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna get it against Bama, man. Yeah, that arm tackling shit gonna be right out the window. I think y'all gonna move the ball. I think they're gonna be able to hold up. When we get into the red zone situation, I think y'all gonna end up settling for a few more field goals than you're gonna want to. But
I think they're gonna go for a lot of fourth downs. He traditionally, he likes to play. I think teams are getting more comfortable with that fourth down shit now.
Oh hell, yo!
I mean, might as well gamble against Bama because that's the team you're supposed to lose to anyways. That's why I would like
Manny Larion.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, that's just real talk. Like you know y'all supposed to lose. So if
this shit in 20, we supposed to win.
No, y'all supposed to lose. if you're supposed to lose, or let's say this much, let's not even say that. If you're dealing with a formidable opponent, then that's when you start to pull out some different things and try some different things. So yeah, a fourth down attempt makes that much more sense at that point, because it's like, this is a team where if we're probably going to beat this team, we may have to pull a rabbit out the hat here and there to do that. So
right,
I don't hate that. I don't hate that idea.
Like the fake punt he did on y'all in the first quarter, like maybe on our early series, it was not, if not the first series, we was back up at like our 20. He faked the punt against Miami and Orlando, and we got that first down. That was a crazy decision, but that shit cashed in. He done did that a few times.
Yeah,
so he give kickers green light. So I do think we're gonna come out with a little smoke, a little trickery.
They got line at Bama 15.
Bama at 15 went down.
It was fit. Yeah, I'm about to say, one I saw a little bit early was 15.5, and then I looked on Bleacher not too long ago. It was down to 14. I want to say.
Man, I'm banking on two things, man. The swamp being the swamp, and Dan being in his bag as a play caller.
There you go.
Dan not even my guy. I don't rock with Dan at all, but I got to call a spade, man. When it comes to coaching damn offense and calling plays, he know how to do that shit.
And that's how we're gonna have to win this game. That was my thing. Like when I was like breaking down, like, bro, with the crowd got to win this game. Like when the atmosphere, them having a quarterback that haven't been in this type of atmosphere ever. You know what I'm saying? He's been in some crowded games, but that was a little split with Miami at the Dome in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's different. It's completely road.
Yeah, that's different. I definitely think, like, we were in the city pretty good, but I think Bama filled the stands more. But still, I mean, for one, he never was behind, so he didn't have to deal with crowd noise from the Miami
road
side.
game vibes, though, man. That
right?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying he hasn't. No, I'm agreeing with him. He
that's more of a home game for them, right?
Yeah, it really was. Right. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, it really was more of a home game. And they were never behind. So you're not having to deal with any of the pressures of that. Now, yeah, if they get in the swamp, and especially if they get behind, it could get a little weird. I can see that. I can see it being a little bit spooky then.
Yeah, we gotta sack this quarterback a lot, get to if we get there with 4, and then Grantham can play some game, we can play some zone, keep players in front of us. Like, I don't think we can be too aggressive with all the blitzing schemes and whatnot. I think Grantham's scheme is gonna be to keep it like bend but don't break. And I think a lot of fans gonna get mad. I think we're gonna play deep off the ball like we've always been. And he's gonna play bend but don't break defense. Hopefully we get some turnovers. I'm calling for Bogle. Bogle's been active at that defensive end. I think he needs more snaps. I want him to start over my man Brenton Cox. But give me a strip sack.
No, you want to start over Cox?
Over
sure.
Really?
100%. Absolutely.
Really? Oh,
I said this in the beginning of the season. That was like my guy in the trenches that I thought was going to, kind of like lead the way a little bit. Right. Bogle doesn't set the edge. He's a one-trick pony, man. Right now, I think he has 1 tackle on the season. He's not that active, man. He speed rushes a lot. Get out of position, doesn't set the edge. I think Bama gonna run right at him a little bit if they were smart. Just from watching film, I would just run right at him. I think Bogle is that guy. He's gonna set the edge in the run game. He's a lot more physical at the point of attack. Bogle is special. I think this is the type of game where he could just, let the rest of the country know how dope he is. 5, Kyer. I spoke with Abe. Abe said they finna let the rest of the country know who the best DB in the country is this weekend.
But he got some guys to go against for sure.
That's word on the streets. Okay. Shout out to 5, man. We need Kyer to just lock down his side of the field. That other corner has been like the thorn in my fucking side all season. It's only been 2 games.
He lost right. Hall, right?
We lost Hill.
Hill.
Close enough. We lost Jaden Hill for the season. He was projected starter at that position. Jason Marshall hasn't looked bad. He got some things to work on, but he's a freshman. Sometimes he panics with the ball in the air, gets some PI calls here and there, but he's never terribly out of position. Avery Ham has just been not looking good. Shout out to Jadarius Perkins, the transfer that came in. JUCO product, went to Missouri, didn't work out there, so he transferred to us. He's looking good at the star position. We talked about it on Stadium Miguel. I wouldn't mind moving him outside to maybe play some corner and try somebody else at star, but it's been hard for us to find a star position as well, so that gets a little tricky. But if you want your best 5 DBs on the field, you may have to put him outside and maybe play around with that star position. Put what's my man forgetting? Travis Johnson, the defensive back out of Jacksonville, put him maybe there. They already rotating that spot at the star, so smart move maybe is to put Jadarius on the outside and let Travis stay there at the star. Shout out to Jadarius Perkins though, he's looking real good. He had an interception that got called back because of a penalty, but he's making his round. Good grabs. Elijah Blades should be back this week. So if Elijah Blades is healthy and he's ready to go, maybe he can hold down that outside spot and we keep Jadarius at the start. I don't know what we're getting. He's dealing with a hammy as well. So that's another body we got back at the position. Right now, if Elijah is not 100% healthy, I say you keep Jadarius at that slot and you put Marshall at the corner. You know, try by fire. Make sure you got some safety help over there. We playing bend but don't break. Keep everything in front of him. And then, you know, as long as he come up and smack something in the run game and tackle stuff, I think you got to go with the young boy right now. Abraham just don't look like he ready for it. And if not now, I don't know when.
Damn, about 26.
Recruiting wise, you guys got a pretty decent list pulling up.
Yeah, man, I'm waiting on that list right now, dog. Here we go. This is crazy. We got 5-star Evan Stewart pulling up. Wide receiver out of Texas, Jaheim Singletary, 5-star cornerback, formerly out of Jacksonville, formerly committed to Ohio State. Walter Nolan is pulling up. Najee Kelly, Rivals 100 defensive end. Michael Williams, a 5-star USC commit, defensive end.
Oh yeah, from Georgia.
Right. They just lost their head coach.
All right.
We'll talk about that later. Right. Rivals 100 defensive end Quincy Wiggins. Austin Alberry, defensive back, 2022 Rivals 100. Azariah Thomas. I think he's coming in. If he does show up, he's a Rivals 100 athlete. I got him on commit watch. Never know what may happen. A win is definitely going down.
That's the kid from Niceville, right? The safety.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not too high on him personally, but yeah, go ahead, Ron.
You know how? You don't like his tape?
Yeah, man. Just seen his tape in a couple. Niceville right down the road. Seen a couple of games and seeing something like footwork drills. I don't really think he's that type of level of DB.
I'll check his shit out.
Look at him. Well, they scouting.
No, I like Isaiah. I like Thomas as an athlete. His film, when you look at his huddle, he got a little bit of everything on there. But I like him as an athlete. I think he tests as well. I am weary of some of these panhandle defensive backs, though.
Especially from Niceville.
Right.
Anything west of the Tallahassee, I want to touch.
And we got a bunch of our commits coming in. Nick Evers, a quarterback. He's gonna be with my man Evan Stewart. They're like best buds, man. So we need everybody on Evan Stewart. If you see Evan Stewart around Gainesville, show him a lot of love. Everybody, give him hugs. Same thing with Jaheim Singletary. Y'all see him around campus. Y'all see what our secondary is looking like. We need that boy on campus. So if y'all give him a lot of hugs, a lot of love, ladies. Wide receivers, CJ Smith. No, don't do that. Just dab them up, bros. Dab them up. So we got rest of the guys pretty much just our commits. Isaiah Bond, Julian Humphrey, Nick Evers, Jalen Farmer, Jamarian Burke, who's actually having a good season. Everybody bitched about that getting that commit. I'm not mad at the way he played football. EJ Lightsley, got the whole game. 2023 is just loaded. I don't want to bore everybody with all the names on that list. The main one is Kermani McClain. That's the one everybody's talking about and got their eyes on. I think that's top dog defensive back of next year's class, in my opinion. So that's the gist of it with the list. Should be a good weekend. Win, lose, or draw, just like you said for the Notre Dame game. You want the atmosphere. Letting them kids come sit in the student section here, 90,000 or 91,000 go nuts for 4 quarters. And then the vibes of the city. If you ain't been to Gainesville on a big game day, you ain't really lived life. You need to put that on your bucket list because the city be booming. Call it Gaines Vegas on games like that, Larry.
I got y'all down for 3 quarters, 3 and a third quarters. I think by about 5 minutes into the fourth, I think that's when you see people start to think about traffic.
That's when we go up. That's when we go up.
Go up where?
On the scoreboard.
Oh no. So yeah, that's like when you start making traffic decisions, bro. Like that's when it's like,
You want me to give you my breakdown what I think happens? I think both of them boys finna go stupid. I think Emory's gonna have a good game. I think Emory's gonna surprise some people. He may give away 1 or 2. That may be a thing that happens. No. I think we're gonna get some back.
Equalize that?
We may give away 2. I'm gonna just say that. Like I'm not gonna say Emory's gonna play perfect. Okay. I gotta show my face on no cap. So I'm gonna lay it out how it need to be laid out. He may turn the ball over, but I think he's gonna have a productive day. I think Anthony Richardson is gonna like have something special, stupid happen. I think he's gonna get in open field, and this shit gonna change a lot of things this game. I think the game he's one of them players. When the year Cam Newton beat them, they shouldn't have beat him. On paper, that team was garbage. I don't think my team's garbage. I think we got some playmakers. I think Copeland can win some one-on-ones. I think Henderson can win some one-on-ones. Zay. I think we got some athletes on the outside that can cause them some problems. I think we got better athletes than what y'all had, and we got playmakers on offense that can make some shit happen. Run game and in the pass game. I think my receivers finna go ham on the secondary a little bit.
Okay.
And watch out for a shovel pass. We haven't seen one of those yet. I think Zip or somebody gonna catch one of them little thingy things, do what it do. We only ran, like I've been watching the film. We only ran about 8-9 plays.
Yeah, we doing that. But ain't working as well.
Yeah, y'all need to. I think that's all your coach got though. He ain't doing it on purpose. That's the whole thing.
I think he's really like, nah, we're gonna work these.
Nah.
Instead of just being like,
y'all won by 2, man.
I know.
Y'all ran a quadruple reverse pass.
No, it wasn't. It was it wasn't no quadruple, man. Quit adding sauce, man.
How many times did double reverse?
Whatever. Wasn't no quadruple, goddammit.
Man, he's so deep in his bag with the reverses. He thought he had something too. I'm like, man, you done brought out the magical plays, the Boise State plays on goddamn Application State.
The Boise State play against Oklahoma.
Yeah, you know how they got down that game. That shit was crazy.
That's what bothered me about that.
What do you think Bama do to us? We saw what they did to y'all. So what do you think they do to us that we just can't handle?
I feel good. I think y'all gonna look. I think y'all will look better on the field. I think you'll look better as far as the eyeball test. I still think they end up pulling this off by a pretty big margin, though, score wise. I got Bama 42-20.
We definitely scored more than 20 points.
I just see, like you said, man, I think crucial Emory mistakes. Again, I think you probably look better. I think you probably move the ball
if he makes them mistakes, I think he gets sacked.
You think what now?
If he makes those mistakes, I think he gets sacked.
Okay. I mean, again, big game for Richardson too. You know, so I really do, being straight up honest, not even, just fucking with you. I think you'll look better, but I think the results score-wise are going to be pretty similar. Yeah, I think Bama gets y'all by, a little over 20. What you got, CJ?
Yeah, I think I'm going 27-28, depending on 4 touchdowns. You guys get 3 touchdowns and 2 field goals, and I got Bama 41.
I'm gonna go
13. Okay. So you got them covered.
Yeah, they cover. So 41-28, 41-27.
Okay. I'm gonna go 31-28 us.
All right.
38-21 us. I just think we get off I think the home field is going to be a big advantage. Home field in a pass rush is a disaster for a young quarterback. So I think we can shake some things up early if we get ahead. We got a scrambling quarterback. Dan Mullins will run the possession guy. I think we can possess the ball and get up out of there with a win. But Anthony Richardson getting in open space is going to be a game changer. I think Dan's been like cuffing that for a lot of reasons, not just because he didn't want to just because he wanted to stroke Emory's ego a little bit, but I also think he want to keep a lot of that shit in the holster. And also I think he think that Hammy's been a little thing too. So like I think a lot of the holding 15 back has been a little bit by design. Dan Mullen spoke about not opening up the offense and himself, and also he hasn't implemented his 2 quarterback system at all. So I'm looking forward to both of those things. I just think like it's going to take Bama a couple quarters to adjust what we got going on.
I like Harlan score too. Harlan got it 49-28. So it'd be pretty close to what I had.
Got Bama by 21.
Yeah, I like that one. I think that's still pretty close to what I'm thinking.
Harlan said that shit Emory plays. I like Smoke said 44-32.
Shit, y'all whooping some shit.
Hey, bro, it can happen. You know, like dreams do come true, CJ.
Oh yeah.
Hey, y'all do that with that list that's there, man. Do not want that to happen.
Prime time opportunity. Now, one thing I do know, Dan finna pull out all the stops, bro. I think he got a game plan.
I agree because I feel like I don't think he's a good recruiter per se, like going to people's houses and talking to families and that type of deal. This is his recruiting showcase, so to speak.
Right.
The swamp atmosphere, me coaching, moving the ball. This is him recruiting. This is his recruiting pitch. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite the. We're gonna show y'all how to play big boy football, Larry. You pull up, you know what I'm saying? Watch it, tune in, get your tweets ready.
Games, though.
No, just tune in.
Oh yeah. Me and the homie gonna kick up.
After you lose that nooner, you come and tune into the primetime boys.
But what time y'all play? 3, right?
Yeah, we had 3, man.
Yeah, it's definitely not primetime.
CBS, right?
The CBS for SEC it is.
Oh, okay. All right. My bad. I ain't know that. Yeah, I'm definitely watching. Yeah, we kicking up. We're gonna probably do some wings and one of my best friends will get unfortunately. So yeah, we're gonna kick our feet up and do that.
That's this man PK Sam just tweeted that.
Man, I added Travis. I don't want to interrupt your damn Gator talk, man. But PK on
what he say? Go ahead. Breaking news.
Right, breaking fucking news, man. PK Sam going on down Twitter. His first tweet was, 1 second, let me put it up right here.
Are we frozen?
PK Sam is bugging, bro.
He was like, I was asked by his first tweet was I was asked by a source to take that tweet down. Well, since a lot of FSU fans always want to talk shit, I got something for y'all. Next time I go to talk to these top recruits, I could actually give a damn what I could actually give a damn what our record is. I already got what I needed from the school. # keep talking. Then he followed that tweet up with, I guess somebody jumped in his DMs. You creep as fuck for posting that shit. Whack ass N-word. And he called him a bum ass. Then he called PK a bum ass. So then he said, if you want to go to at FSU football, you might be called the N-word for saying the locker room is in shambles. This fool added Travis Hunter and said, make sure you choose wisely.
Man.
And first of all,
I like it.
DM'd him sound black as fuck.
Yeah. You can't.
Ain't no white dude talking like that.
You can't get mad at the N-word from
right, and trying to flip it to like some racist shit. Nah,
Larry, I like it.
You can't, you can't tell someone how to be offended, bro. That man
no. But he trying to make it come out as some racist shit. But this shit's like a black dude talking shit to his ass. Like you creep.
We don't know that. That's racist. We don't know that.
Name one white dude who come up. You creep as fuck for posting that shit.
I know one.
He put nigga. It's N-U-G-G-A.
Right.
It might be Pinky. This might be Pinky.
But my issue is he added Travis Hunter too. Like, so I told you, man, it's clear as hell what PK got going on, man.
PK hates y'all, bro.
He hates us.
That's already. He don't give a shit.
That's wild. I got what I needed. That's wild, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Man.
PK gotta relax. I like it though. I like it. And keep at it. Let me retweet it for my fans to see it. Oh.
Yeah.
Right, them motherfuckers about to get on that shit heavy.
I'll definitely
probably already on it.
I gotta let my people see what's happening in these Florida State streets. Hopefully Travis Hunter take his advice.
Man, get the fuck out of here, man.
Hey, you know what's best for the kid. Quit being selfish.
What's best for the kid is come to Tallahassee, man. Be the savior.
You don't believe that.
Be the savior. Come be that guy. Opportunity there.
Saviors always end up on the cross.
Yeah, exactly.
You said what now?
Message.
Now what you said? I ain't hear you.
I said saviors always end up on the cross, man.
Nah, man, come in and be that Dalvin. Come be Lil Cook. Be that type of guy.
Now Dalvin
there was a lot more talent around.
Yeah, Dalvin was with some animals.
Nah, bro, Dalvin was that
His
first year. Yeah,
was pretty bad.
No, honestly, that whole team was. I ain't gonna say the whole team. The team was solid, but Dalvin made us look a lot better than what we were. Them 9 and 10 wins.
He won a lot of games.
Yeah, them 9 and 10 wins, man. Without Dalvin, shit, we'd have been by the a 7 to 8 win team a lot of those years for sure.
All right, let's jump into the national scene. Top 25 drop, AP poll. Y'all boys still in these streets, Larry. And one more week. Y'all ass is almost out of here. This is it. This is the week right here.
It's our week to climb.
Y'all dropped 2 spots to 24.
About to move up to 21.
Nah. I got y'all dropping the L and getting up out of here. We're at 11, just outside the top 10. What do you guys think about the top 25? Anything y'all like?
Nah, man, because we won that many big games last year for a lot of changes. Well, not last year, excuse me, last week. Of course, Oregon and Ohio State. And I don't mind Oregon, jumping in that top 5. I don't mind that. It'll play out at the end of the day. They had a big win against Ohio State. Just like if you guys win against Bama, I feel like you guys pretty much jump in the top 5 too. But I doubt that happen. But if it does,
I'm just telling y'all what's gonna happen. Saturday.
My bad.
I'll just tell y'all what's gonna happen. Them boys about to go stupid and shock the world. If we win, though, like I think this year's a little wild. I don't think nobody knows shit. USC was ranking high as fuck. I think that was the biggest thing of like the weekend for me. Like these teams that we thought were gonna be like decent teams, and they lose games like this. USC Helton got fired. Yeah, USC.
Oh yeah, but how long they been pulling that horse shit? Like USC been overrated for what, at least the last 6-7 years? They do this every year for them. That's kind of how I feel about Notre Dame.
Them in Ohio State, but they still lost a game we didn't expect them to lose. Nonetheless, we didn't expect them to lose that game. There's just so many unknowns in college football this year. Ohio State losing to Oregon was a surprise to me, especially with
Tills being out.
Right.
And Flo. I think they were missing.
Flo out for the season, man.
Oh, really?
Flo out for the season, yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I think Chris Ball said they were missing 5 defensive starters. So I think they earned that. Yeah, when you beat that team on the road, missing 5 defensive starters, yeah, they earned that. I think for once they kind of did the right thing by boosting them all the way up there.
Yeah, it's big time.
I'd probably put Oregon ahead of Oklahoma right now. They got Oklahoma at 3. Georgia's number 1. I'm sorry, Alabama's number 1. Georgia's 2. Oklahoma 3. Oregon 4. Iowa 5. I would swap Oregon and Oklahoma right now.
I'm comfortable with that.
I would too. Oklahoma struggled that week 1. And I think Iowa's too high, man. Just by being your rival in Iowa State, I don't think you should have jumped that damn high.
Yeah, I think I agree there too. I think they're a little bit inflated.
Yeah. Who you gonna put ahead of them? Jimbo struggled. That's another surprise. Like his quarterback went down. They had an ugly game.
Yeah.
So, who do you put ahead of them? The team below them, you got Ohio State with a 1 loss, Clemson with a 1 loss. Texas A&M do not look good. Probably Cincy, I would say.
Maybe
Cincy at 5.
This kind of lends to
right. It was a top 10 matchup, man, and they played Iowa State was ranked number 9 at that point in time.
Right.
So, okay, yeah, that's cool.
Clemson 6. I don't think Iowa's better than Clemson.
But they're not. But the 1 loss, you got to respect it.
Well,
even though that 1 loss came against Georgia,
right? Who's your number 2?
You got to respect it, especially.
I get it for number placement, but I just don't think Iowa's better than Clemson.
Yeah,
I will probably
I don't think Iowa State is the number 9, the 9th best team in the country. They were ranked number 9, so it makes sense.
Yeah, kind of lends to my dumbass theory that the rest of that shit is a mixed bag of nah.
No, you don't believe the rest of the teams in the top 25 struggle with application state like y'all did. You don't believe that.
Okay.
There's no way you believe that. Y'all not a good football team. It's okay to say that.
I know that.
Bro.
I did. When have I not? When did I say here and say we were good? I just said earlier in the show.
You said they all the same.
I said the only thing we're good at is kicking. That's what I said.
Well, we good at more than kicking, so we ain't in the same neighborhood.
Okay. I just got a text because PK Simmons a fucking weirdo.
Yo, you need no text for that. Yeah,
I got a text message from I saying PK.
Yeah. Shout out PK.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So even if you want to throw a few more teams that may skim out of there, we all looking up, man.
I'm trying to. We ain't all the same, but we're not gonna keep doing that every show. Notre Dame is a team
that y'all lose by 20.
No. We gonna we watch football. We know what time it is over here. Notre Dame is 2-0, but has looked like some shit.
Yeah,
They probably got the ugliest. They haven't beat nobody, and also struggled with both of those wins. With Florida State losing to Jacksonville State, and then them almost losing to Toledo this past weekend. I don't know how the hell they 12. I would drop them maybe down to 17, 18 around there somewhere. I think Ole Miss, even Virginia Tech, a bunch of them schools probably could be ahead of them.
I ain't sold
even
on
Auburn
just yet, man.
I ain't sold on most of these teams. Coastal Carolina's in there.
Why you ain't sold on most of them teams? Because most
I haven't seen. No, we haven't gotten into the bulk of.
Suck.
No, they haven't played nobody like us. Like I don't know what we got. We'll figure out what we got when we get an SEC play. The few teams, there's some teams that have played people. So you got Georgia, Alabama hasn't played nobody. We already talked about that.
They played the number 22 team in the country.
Yeah, just like playing Mercer. They played Mercer twice. Iowa State was a good matchup, so they got to see. But most of these teams you haven't seen play anybody.
Yeah, it hasn't really been the big time match. Well, like I said, Oregon and Ohio State, and that's pretty much really it. Well, Wisconsin and Penn State, but other than that, it's only week 2.
It's only week 2.
Nah, it's only week 2. Larry say shit like that. Everybody look at him like he crazy. I told y'all them people wasn't no good in Notre Dame. Nobody want to hear me. Y'all put a poll up.
I told you y'all
put that poll up.
Let me look at that schedule. I still don't see that many teams beating them.
TJ put a poll up asking who will win today. Florida State or Miami.
And that was TJ. Oh, you said
that was TJ. Yeah, I said TJ. No, I ain't say TJ. Okay. And y'all people went out there and shamefully voted heavily for Florida State because y'all bought that fool's gold. And I said it when they lost. I don't think Notre Dame's good, guys.
Never mind. Notre Dame got a tough ass schedule.
Yeah, they're not good, guys. I told y'all that. Now it's only week 2. But week 3 gonna tell the truth about all of us. Week 3 is gonna tell the truth.
It all hit me Toledo game. So when I turned on the TV and I seen Toledo about to beat their ass, and the refs saved Notre Dame. So shout out to the refs. They must have had some money on that game. I said, man, I got to tune into the Jacksonville State game because, like, the jig's up. Like, this shit look weird. And that's when I was just like, bro, I don't know if Notre Dame should be ranked that high. Win, lose, or draw, they need to drop some. They're going to keep Notre Dame around that area because it's good business. And I get that part of it.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely good business. One of those brand names.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to talk about matchups. Let's do this. Let's do this week's games. Prize picks.
All right, with that, man, we might as well get in this ad read with prize picks, baby. All right, prize picks is the easy way to play. Prize picks is the easy way to play daily fantasy. It's daily fantasy simplified. Prize picks entries can be made in 60 seconds or less, and it's just that easy. It's just for you. It's just you versus projected numbers. Prize picks offers every sport you could think of, from soccer to football to MMA. Go now on Prize Picks right now, excuse me. Let me scratch that. I'm gonna go do that again.
All right, hold on. Let's take a break right there. I gotta pee anyway. So since you fumbled that, can we take 3 minutes? Yeah. Let's take a quick little break.
Yeah, that's cool.
That too,
we did good, Harlan. Look, that's your first point, edit point.
We did good, man. I'm gonna go take a piss too.
I was like, we did another hour of damn Big Three talk.
You said what, bro?
I said we did another hour of Big Three talk.
Never fails, huh?
I keep thinking, nah, I ain't gonna be that long. It'll be that long. Next thing you know,
always is.
I was looking at like what I had. I pretty much made everything up right because I just recorded the other show right before we did this one.
Me and PK about to throw some hands.
Yeah, I don't know what PK got going on.
PK gonna dust y'all boys up. Then let it be.
PK trying to take the whole fucking program down.
That's so weird to me when you there. I really don't get that because I'm like, you're not helping nothing. I understand the frustration, but like that was kind of like Joaquin. Joaquin is always talking shit, and it's like Joaquin don't help nothing, though.
Right.
It's not helping. I get it. I get the frustration. Just going public like that.
That just tells me he don't want him to win. I mean,
yeah, you're right. That's not going to help it. It's just not. You may think it's applying pressure
in the country and tell him to make your decision wide. Like,
right. Just smart.
You ain't no FSU fan. I don't know who you trying to fool.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Do you at the kid? Like, what does he have to do? What does he have to do with that?
He's trying to sabotage y'all, which
exactly.
is nuts. Because the one thing, I don't care what shit with nobody talk about, the one thing it's going to take to win is talent. Like, you got to stack talent. Coaching is it's a thing. It's a thing, absolutely, of course.
The number one thing is the Joes.
Talent, man. Yes, the Jimmys and the Joes, bro. I promise you it is.
I hope Hunter quote tweets that and just roasts him. I hope.
Yeah, because for one, like, that's a kid, bro. What you doing? Period. What are you even talking about?
Like I said, he's trying to make it like some racist shit, man. No, I 100% believe whoever sent that is black as hell.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, definitely black.
I do too, but you know, fuck that.
Right.
It's a joke. White man.
Yeah, animal, man. He's a fucking animal.
Hey, hurt people, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
That boy got something
definitely out for blood. Shit.
All right, so we get ready to roll into the prize picks, right?
Yeah. We go from prize picks. All
right.
let me see if I got the picks on here real quick before I get going. I was just looking at
I just want to say on prize picks, I'm up $296. So.
Oh, really?
Holy shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm about to cash out because I'm about to lose it all if I keep going. I know it.
Yeah.
That's
you did the 100. Right? You did the 100 deposit?
Yeah, I did the $100 deposit, which gave me another 100.
And you almost 300. Okay, that's what's up. Almost 200 up.
All right. I got the games on deck. We're going Mississippi State, Memphis, Auburn, Penn State. Got some good games. Y'all ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready, CJ.
I'm putting up the games now. All right. All right, about to get into the game picks. While we at it, big shout out to Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the easy way to play daily fantasy. It's daily fantasy simplified. Prize Picks entries can be made in 60 seconds or less, and it's just that easy. It's just you versus projected numbers. Prize Picks offer every sport you could think of, from football to soccer to MMA. Go now and Prize Picks will match your deposit up to $100, 100%. Again, they will match your deposit of up to $100, 100%. So you get $200 if you deposit that $100, baby. Use promo code Rollup. Prize Picks.
That shit ain't bad. I might like Harlan say he up 260 or something like that. I'm about to just use my 100 and match whatever Harlan picking these days.
Right, man. That's definitely easy money. Yeah, so y'all definitely jump on this for the 100 for the free match and 100% up to 100. You can't beat that.
I don't know. Good week of games. Good week of games. Harlan or Smoke, somebody come in and recap us. Let us know where we at from last week. Where we at with it?
Yeah, what's the
I can give y'all the records right now. Y'all hear me all right?
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
All right. We got Silk at 8-6. He missed Ohio State, got Iowa, got Arkansas, missed Tennessee, got Michigan, missed USC, and got Mississippi State. Larry on sitting at 7-7, so he took a little dip. I think everybody missed Ohio State, so I won't say that one again. He missed Iowa State, Arkansas. He got Pitt, missed Washington, missed USC, and missed NC State. CJ, we're struggling a little bit here. You at 5-9.
Oof.
Missed Ohio State, missed Iowa State, missed Texas, got Pitt, got Michigan, missed USC, and missed NC State.
Oh, just a bounce back week.
You have to start taking some risks, man. You get too deep in the season, bro. You gotta pick smart.
Right.
I had that happen to me one season, bro. I was picking all type of bullshit trying to catch up. Kept digging a deeper hole. All right, week 3, we got some good ones. Mississippi State, Memphis.
Oh, yeah, Mississippi State, me. I don't think that got to be explained much. Mississippi
Right.
State, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna go with you guys with Mississippi State. Ring the cowbells.
Yeah, Mississippi State, me. Should be either at Memphis, but
Yeah.
Mike's
See what
not
Memphis
in
doing
town.
right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mike
Mike-
not in town.
Mike blowing it way across the other side of the
Nah, Mike would have been playing. I'd have took their ass for sure though. If it'd have been coaching, I'd have took Memphis.
I wouldn't. He can't coach now. He's making all these bad coaching
He was
decisions.
definitely coaching
in game now. Maybe it's different because like they was able to
Maybe
be
we
on cruise
fucking cursed,
control.
man, because goddamn Willie was coaching the USF. What the Oregon was doing
Yeah.
straight.
Y'all ain't been the same since Neil Cool flipped.
You're right.
He flipped that shit. He flipped the curse off of us to y'all, man. So shout out to him, whatever he got going on. Auburn, Penn State is a good one. Auburn's joined the conversation of ranked teams. Around 22, right? Something like that.
Somewhere down there.
Penn State,
man.
man.
Penn State, okay. Penn State.
Yeah, Penn State being tested.
They might lose their coach.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good question too. But Penn State being tested, man. They played against Wisconsin, and it's in Happy Valley. That shit's about to go nuts. Auburn played Akron and Alabama State. So yeah, give me Penn State.
Yeah, I don't like Bo Nix. I don't trust that guy. I don't think he's a good quarterback. Auburn is scoring points. I think they scored 122 points already this season, so they put up some points. But I just don't believe in Bo Nix, man. Give me Penn State, Coach Franklin.
I'm gonna go. I got Auburn in like a crazy, weird win. Something kind of weird, like I don't know, 36-31. Something strange like that. I got a feeling they put together some kind of goofy drive at the end to pull off a win and knock Penn State off.
All right. I think this one's tricky. Cincinnati, Indiana.
I'll go Cincinnati. I like Fickle. What he's built there. Cincinnati. Indiana's been kind of disappointing to me so far this year. So I'm gonna go Cincinnati.
I'm gonna go. Man, I like Fickle as well. I think he's a great coach, and this probably his last year at Cincinnati. I think they're gonna have another successful season. But you know what? I'll ride with Penix, man. I like that coach too. I can't remember his name, but I remember seeing him in the locker room. I like his fire, man. He seems to really inspire his guys. So give me Indiana on that one.
I like Penix, but he just struggled last game. He went 14 for 31 for 156 yards, 3 interceptions. I do think Indiana, one of the teams that'll upset you. I think they had Ohio State on the ropes last year or the year before last with Penix.
I think that was last year. Yeah.
Right. But I'm going to go with Cincy. I think Cincy's hot right now. I don't know if too many teams are going to challenge them on their schedule. But yeah, give me Cincy. We have Arkansas State, Washington. Who the hell put this on here?
Well, at this point,
shout out to James Blackman. My man James Blackman went for 19 for 28, 306 yards.
Yeah, Arkansas State, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit, Arkansas State, bro. I like Blackman, man.
Washington by
he's had
50.
He's had shitty coaching. I'm taking Arkansas State for real. Like, he's had shitty coaching. If he was at
about 50.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about Arkansas State besides Blackman, man. Shout out to Blackman. 5'6" kid. Love the Jet, man. But I'm gonna go with Washington, bro. I got to win these games.
Washington 0-2.
But it's still Arkansas State, bro.
All right.
Yeah, give me Washington.
I really like Washington. I mean Arkansas State too, for real. Straight up.
I see you sound serious.
I am.
Last one, UCF in Louisville.
I like UCF, man. Give me
at Louisville.
Yeah, I like UCF. UCF for the upset. Gotta shake the tables.
It's an upset.
Well, yeah, P5 versus G5. I guess so on the road.
Oh yeah. Well, UCF at least on Louisville level. I ain't gonna do them people like that. I like Satterfield, man. Give me Louisville.
I don't like him over Gus.
I don't really like him over Gus. I think this can be almost a bit of a signature win for him. Not really, but it'll look good. I think it'll look good because I definitely think Gus on paper looks better on paper, but I just feel like Satterfield's going to scheme it up and they end up pulling this game off. High scoring affair in my opinion.
Yeah. Give me UCF and Gus, man. I'm gonna go with a member of the Little Three. See what them boys get into.
How big is their practice facility? Their IPF?
They should got to be 100 yards.
Yeah, UCF got 100. UCF got some nice shit, man.
I know.
Yeah,
I've seen
get that big club money too. Yeah, so they go shake some shit.
I did want to ask y'all. I skipped over this. Running back John Emery, LSU. Just found out he was ineligible. There's first some rumors that leaked out that he didn't take the right classes, whatever. He's filing the, I guess, get a waiver or something to get over this ineligibility, what he got going on. Also, there's like a mass exodus going on at LSU that's not really being covered. What do you guys feel about LSU and Coach O, what they got going on over there?
Yeah, I think it's go ahead, Larry.
No, I think it's a fucking ship on fire, man. They've been having so much negative press. Coach O was already under fire because it just felt like a lot of people think it was he just caught lightning in the bottle. And you got some very nasty, scathing, stories surrounding the program. We're talking about sexual assault stuff. We're not just speaking on like ineligible players or something of that nature. And then it seems like they're plagued again by the same thing that has been plaguing them for quite some time outside Joe Burrow, bad quarterback play. So if we're just talking about the football program, I think LSU's about to definitely kind of fall into that land of mediocrity to maybe even bad. I think they're about to take a devastating blow to the program, to be honest with you.
Yeah, man, I think he's done, to be honest with you, man. I think LSU move. I hope not, because we open up with LSU next year. So I will hope that he's the coach. But I think LSU, how the season goes, I feel like they're gonna get rid of him at the end of the season.
Y'all gotta stop scheduling these type of people for that game one.
I mean, you don't know it when you pick it.
Yeah,
we pick it years in advance, But it's kind of funny because I
think
about that
money too.
I think when we scheduled that, Michigan State was actually a pretty good program when we actually scheduled that game.
Because
I think they still had D'Antoni, I believe, when we scheduled that.
For sure, 100%. USC fired Helton. Should have fired him last year. It's crazy to me that you fired Coach week 2.
Week 2, that's crazy.
You fired him week 2. That means you should have fired him last year. They've been trying to fire Helton for like the last two and a half years. It feels like. They finally pulled the trigger out the 42-28 loss to Stanford. Eric Bieniemy name has been popping up as a candidate. Also, Luke Fickell. We spoke about him a little bit. I think this would be a good ass job for Eric Bieniemy. He should be an NFL head coach right now, in my opinion. I think he's being slighted. We know how they go for black coaches in the NFL. Even in college, you won't get the same opportunities. But USC is a primetime job and a primetime city. If he can get the right hires, being a brother as the head guy. That's what scared us most about with Willie at Florida State, right? A black guy being at a program like that, if that take off, the recruiting's in endless. Like the possibilities is crazy.
Right.
Eric Bieniemy has that same opportunity if that was to be happen at USC. I think that shit would be real good and a threat on the West Coast. USC been down for a while.
Yeah, they're the Miami of the West. I mean, honestly.
Yeah, it's easy because it's SC because they can dominate the West Coast. It's literally nobody that in competition wise they have to recruit against. It's just Oregon, and we all know USC is still it carries the most weight of the West Coast. It's not like they're in the Southeast where say for instance Florida State where we're battling FSU, Miami. That's in state. Then you got Georgia, Auburn, Alabama, Clemson. Everything is within that area. All these big dogs within that area. The West Coast, man, that shit is USC, and that's pretty much it when they're good. We have a good coach in that area. They take anything they want from the West Coast.
Yeah, they're USC.
And James Franklin, he was mentioned to be somewhat of consideration also.
Yeah.
I seen his name pop up. You got to hire one of the three. Who you going with, Larry? You got to hire Fickle, Franklin,
the enemy, or Franklin. I would go if I'm USC. I go be enemy. I think that puts a little bit of a new shine on the car, like a new layer of wax, because you're bringing in an NFL guy. Like you say, you're bringing in, I believe the enemy's from Cali. So that's another bonus. Like you said, a black coach in that area, honestly, I think, because that's one thing Pete Carroll did. That's one of the reasons Pete Carroll was able to bounce the program back. He went back into the inner city. He went back into South Central and made his presence felt. So I think you get a guy like the enemy. I think he ropes up some of the better talent in Cali, and then he brings in that NFL resume with a Super Bowl. And I think he can cherry pick enough talent to come out that way. Will he be able to build a championship program? I don't know, because again, they're the Miami of the West to me, because we really are mirror images of each other. Private institution.
Them boys invested in football.
Okay. You're right. Okay, but what I mean by that though is both of us are private institutions, great history, major cities, and part of what made us successful in both of our best times was a lot of keeping local talent home. That's why I'd say we're mirror images in that sense. I do agree USC cares more about football than Miami does. I'm not going to argue that. But at the same time, they're very close. If they're not mirror images, they're definitely very close. But yeah, if I'm picking, Bieniemy. I think Bieniemy gives you the quickest flip. Most bang for your buck if I'm trying to get this thing going.
The thing that scares me about, I'm not gonna say scare me because I like Bieniemy as a candidate. I would probably make the same exact hire, but just staffs matter a lot. Him being able to put together a recruiting ass staff, and a staff that makes sense, because most of these guys, like Franklin, will come with most of his staff, right? Mm-hmm. So with Fickle, they got some guys in place that they're gonna roll with. He's an offensive coordinator at an NFL team. And when you hire him, likely his team's gonna be on the run, right?
Yeah, more than likely at KC. Yep.
So all that plays a part too. Will be enemy.
That's another thing. Like these talks, like you fire a coach in week 2, and you see Franklin has mutual interest in USC, and USC has mutual interest in Franklin. So shit. Okay, say for instance we get this deal done, then what? Is you strike a deal, say next week, so to speak? Are you I
just think they don't announce it. If they start coming to agreements with any of these guys, I think they just can't announce it until the end of the season,
which don't make sense to me in regards to the firing.
The fire makes no sense, bro.
Yeah, I feel like if they already got a guy in place, I feel like if you make a move this early in the season and you're that sure of it, I feel like they probably got that guy already in place. We just don't know who it is just yet. But going back to your point, I feel like they definitely should have made that move last year if you're gonna do it in week 2. Like, come on, man. But in regards to, I really want to see him in the NFL. I feel like that's where he should be at. But if he do come to college, he would be my pick just because his offense is so good. Young black guy, he can relate. And going back to you don't know how good they could be, Larry. I mean, USC is sleeping damn giant, man. Because if they get the right coach, you're going to get the right players. They're going to win the Pac-10 on the annual. You win the Pac-10 on the annual, you're going to be in the conversation for the playoffs. Right. So they do the right things. They'll definitely be in consideration for a national title on an annual basis, just because it's USC and what they could do on the West Coast and the type of players they could bring in and just dominate the Pac-12.
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons I say that is the same thing, we spoke on before, is what stops the machine that is Alabama. That's the only reason I really say that. Is they'll do, I think it's a place where you can have great success, sure, but will it be enough? That I'm not saying they can't become a good program, but that's why I said national title. It's just, none of us can see when Bama's going to fall. That's all, But, yeah, I definitely think it's the same thing, again, for Miami. If you get the right situation, you could get a lot of things going in the right direction, and it still might not be enough. So that's kind of how I see USC.
We want to talk a little NIL news, man. Smoke had an interesting article he sent us throughout the week. Just want to read a little bit of that from this article. And it highlighted my man Heitner, who actually I'm working with. Shout out to Darren Heitner, working with him on some NIL stuff with the stuff I'm doing. He wrote the legislation for NIL for the state. So he's real good and really linked into the laws and what's going on, and also like breaking a lot of news as far as who getting deals. Read a little snippet of this that Smoke gave us. Just to give you perspective, in North America, there's about 5,000 professional athletes that move the needle when it comes to athlete endorsements. Student athlete endorsement space is 500,000 athletes. It's 100 times bigger. The new regulations have arrived very quickly, and people are trying to figure it all out. If you look at the data, we're able to see the average student athlete in July earned $400 from NIL compensation, which is not going to break the bank, says Lawrence. But if every student athlete in North America averaged $400 a month, then that means $2 billion a year market just popped up.
Shit.
Collegiate sports is not so much Collegiate sports is not so much the case. It's a passion-driven industry, a passion-driven sponsorship and partnership industry. Local businesses and sponsors are going to shift their dollars from the university to student athletes. Not 100% of it, but maybe about 10% of the budget might shift to student athletes. I think that's going to be one of the things. I think it's one of the schools worry about that as well. Advertisers, brands want to just go straight to the athletes and not go through the university. It's hard to like advertise at Florida State or maybe Miami or Florida, but I kind of advertise at those programs if the players could advertise, right?
Right. Yeah, you skip the middleman, get to the source, because the athletes are going to be the reason that the sport matters or not. Period. Like if you suck, ain't nobody gonna care, and if you're good, it's going to be because of the athletes. So yeah, these guys with the NILs get to they at least get the option, right? It's almost like they're making a play, because if I make the play and I gamble on, I'll go with the athlete this time, and instead of investing it all with the school, if the athlete blows up beyond the original expectations, then they get more, return on investment.
Right.
So,
or even the opportunities. Like a lot of these startup companies are using the athletes, and a lot of these startup companies can't afford to pay $100,000 to be on a billboard at Doak or Ben Hill.
There you go. Right.
Then this shit is turning political as well. Mark Emmert, the main man at the NCAA, he's trying to come up with some federal legislations and rules to like coincide with this new NIL world. In this same article, my man Heitner was pretty much saying like this thing is turning political, kind of a bipartisan type situation. One of the reasons for the delay, Heitner adds, is the issue turning partisan, as well as NIL rights. Some Democrats have been asking for irrevocable scholarship, concussion protocols, and even having student athletes sharing the revenues of the athletic department. Republicans largely want to keep the conversation strictly on NIL, says Heitner. Whatever side of the fence you may be inclined to sit on, talk about the compensation for college athletes is not going away. For many, including Heitner, the earning possibilities do not go far enough when compared to the money that student athletes bring into their school. So it's turning into like everything's politics now. The mask, the vaccine, whatever you think about is politics now. Not NIL is going to that same thing where there's federal stuff that got to get set in place in rules. And I like the way, I'm not getting no political stuff, but if they talking about athlete department revenue sharing, now we talking real stuff. That ain't just NIL. That's some different type of payola right there.
And that's the money they should be getting, man, because they bring it in.
Yeah, I mean, give them a cut.
They're the ones who bringing in the money. Yeah, I think this has opened up a whole can of worms of the damn, how can I put this, the realness of the situation. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's been like this is what's been happening. It's a $1 billion industry because of the players.
Yeah, I like a lot what he's saying. Irrevocable scholarships, because like we spoke about that before. This is misconception, like, oh, these kids get a free education. That scholarship is year to year. They can cancel you. It's not a whole lot of security, financially, health wise, like education wise. Like the way this shit's set up right now, it's highway robbery for what these student athletes are bringing to these schools, man. So I like that. I like the irrevocable scholarship.
Yeah, Miami lets you come back, kids. Just so y'all know.
Sam Bruce can come back?
Well, he never enrolled.
Yeah, he did. So,
Sam Bruce, he was there, wasn't
he? Yeah, he was there.
Sam got into that wreck, right? Off season. Sam never enrolled at Miami.
He did enroll at Miami. What are you talking about? No, he did enroll at Miami.
I don't think Sam enrolled.
He was dismissed. I thought he was dismissed from Miami.
Yeah, I don't know if he ever actually showed up on campus. I could be wrong. But I was pretty sure. I was pretty sure he did. Well, even if he didn't, like, if you're a student, yeah, but again, that's just their personal decision. So you can.
I think there are a lot of guys that declare early to come back and get their education. Most of them can afford it, regardless. Right. I'm talking about the guys that are not playing well. Like you third on the fourth on the depth chart, and you don't want to take your vaccine. You get the big country shit, get your shit up out of here like big country. You feel me? This shit is not guaranteed. They could take your scholarship at any given time. So I think being able to secure scholarships for 4 years. Like we keep talking about the transfer portal and judging these kids that get in it. Sometimes we got to talk about the coaches that making their ass go get in there too. A lot of these kids don't want to transfer. A lot of them ain't got a goddamn decision in that neither. Your time's here, kind of done, son.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, Smoke said he was dismissed in 2016. But I think that was his class. So I don't think he ever.
He enrolled. He wasn't that long now.
He enrolled, but he got up out of it quick. He enrolled, definitely.
All right. Well, you know, whatever the case may be. You actually raised something that question that actually links right into this. So about the universities hiring like an agent in order to kind of make sure I understood what you were asking. I think you were asking if you think these schools will hire an agent to kind of go out there and
someone from the agent background.
Yeah, to secure these deals for these kids.
I think like we talking about this, right? We just talked about it, and I was gonna segue to that, but we talking about this shit being a $1 billion industry, right? I think the school's gonna recognize that, and I think eventually, like as big as the recruiting staff that you have, eventually the NIL staff is gonna be just as big of trying to develop these kids' marketing, getting them deals, sponsorships. Just like I don't know what that staff exactly looks like, but that's somewhere in the future because that shit is a big thing, not just on campus, but in recruiting as well. So I think these universities are going to start investing in that type of staff.
I could see it because it would make sense in the sense that, again, like when you get to like when Nick Saban can talk about the money that Bryce Young is bringing in, right, in Tuscaloosa. Oh, you go, oh shit. Even though I heard that was, you know, bullshit. Let's say it is. It don't really matter. The buzz is out there. So yeah, I can absolutely see these universities taking the time to put these agents, quote unquote, whatever, however the title may get a little, twisted around to fit legalities. But I can absolutely see that happening because, again, it's just another recruiting tool. We spoke on it just a little bit earlier. It's the Jimmies and the Joes more than the X's and the O's. So if I can pitch to a recruit that, hey, man, we got our players X amount of dollars last year, that's a great recruiting tool to go along with everything else I'm bringing to the table.
Well, if he got this guy to kind of bridge the gap between you and these companies here, this guy's going to help you furthermore get that bag.
You just got to put a guy like pretty much running sales. So he calling to talk about your engagements on social media, your following. Hey, I got a wide receiver that's hot right now. This type of engagements he's getting on Twitter, IG, what the IG story does. These are his stats on the field. He's marketable. Here's his TikTok. Pursuing deals. I think that's going to be a thing. I think you got to start catering toward, like you said, like Nick Saban. Nick Saban already got this staff. Like, I'm pretty sure he already got this shit going. He ain't finna announce it to the world that they're doing this type of stuff because he keep that advantage. But I'm pretty sure they already got staffers that doing this type of stuff. And I think the rest of the country need to get on that train like ASAP. But NIL is here to stay. And that shit really is the future of recruiting. People keep bitching about Walter Nolan and his dad, how he's handling his recruitment. Bro, he's Cecil Newton, but he can do it legally now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what
the right way to do it.
Yeah, bro.
Right, the game been getting
business. Played. Yeah, it's a business.
Yeah, the game been getting played, and you could talk about Cam's pop, but all he did is recognize the game that was already out there and played it. That's all. I had no issues with what he was doing. So if we're looking at the modern day version of that, it's the same thing. Only he's being transparent about. Nah, we're going to get the best deal for us as a unit, as a family, because the talent will shine regardless. You can go anywhere, right, and make it. If your talent is just that, if your talent is to a level of undeniable, then it's gonna rise to the top. So of course, he should be going out and shopping his son in a matter of what can you do for us? Because we're gonna do some things for you. What'll be the exchange? People get caught up in that all the time. I tell people all the time, yeah, you work for someone, but there's an exchange of energy, an exchange that says, I give you this, and then you give me that, and we both win. So that's exactly how you should be operating.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I think it's just a business deal. And I think all these young boys need to move and navigate like it's business because nothing promised tomorrow. A lot of these kids, you see the commercial about what a percentage of these kids that actually make it pro in something else. They don't really go and play ball for a living. So if you got opportunity to maybe even you're a 5-star, like who knows what you can make. You probably become a millionaire before you leave college. Take advantage of that. I wouldn't have my son getting all hoorah about any logo, any fan base. Like, we need to make business decisions because for us, our culture and where we from, like, that's life-changing opportunities. It's a life-changing opportunity when it was just an education, right? Now it's money involved. So now it gets a little deeper.
It can really change things.
Right. All right, man, let's get into some NFL talk. We were talking some NFL. I do want to ask y'all, what do y'all think about what y'all thought about Cam Dad interviewing him after he got cut by the Patriots? I thought that was a little egregious.
A little weird. It was a little weird, but I also kind of liked it because I was like, well, keeping it in the family.
Yeah, it could have been like this father and son talk that's being recorded.
Yeah, and then they sold it. So I liked it in that regard.
I thought it could have been a little bit more comfortable if it's father-son.
Yeah.
It felt a little overproduced for father-son.
That could be Hollywood's finger on.
I like real quick. I do like on paper dad-son, right? Like, it sounds good. Keeping it in the family, all business shit. I don't know what his dad does. Is his dad in media?
I got no clue.
Not to my understanding, no.
That's why it's weird to me. Now, if that's what your dad does, and he got his own platform. Then doing that makes a little sense. But out the blue, Dad come interview me in this setting that's not our living room, not the crib. Like it felt like it's just weird, especially with him being a veteran guy getting cut. The minute he got cut, all that shit just felt weird for a guy that possibly gonna have to be a backup quarterback.
It's just a lot of hoop. It's just a lot of hoopla involved with Cam. A lot of
right.
Well, I you're right, and I don't hate what you're saying, but I also don't hate the idea of let's just capitalize on it as a family, because there are questions around it. I definitely didn't expect Cam to get cut, and I didn't expect that like the information he was giving out was he's first team this, he's first team that, and then the next thing we know is he's been cut. I really expected that it was a situation where Cam's ego got in the way, but from his perspective, the information he served up was they did it for their own protection because they wouldn't be comfortable, or I'm sorry, Mac Jones wouldn't be comfortable with him behind him. So I get that perspective. If he thought, they cut me because they know he would be under more pressure with me behind him as a possible threat. But I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, I think Cam getting pushed into that role would have possibly worked, but he said it wouldn't have. I don't know, man. It's weird. I don't feel got enough information.
CJ, what do you think about Cam as a backup quarterback? I ain't feeling like, I don't think this sounded good in his interview with his dad. Man, even his dad kind of shrugged when he said he was cool with being a backup. His dad was like, Cam.
Right, man. Cam ain't with that shit, man. Be for real, man. I just don't see it. And yeah, man. I don't see it. I feel like he'll become a distraction in some type of way if he's a backup quarterback, especially if that backup quarterback kind of struggles a little bit. He's all about theatrics, man. And that's the thing, man. He even if he is cool with being a backup quarterback, you don't have theatrics from your backup quarterback. Right. So that's another issue that the organization have to take in consideration. But yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like Cam is going to I think Larion alluded to this in the previous pod, going to just wait it out and see if something happens injury-wise to a team, and then one of those teams reach out, try to make that call.
Yeah, so he can get the most starter role
situation.
I think it may be time for Cam to take a backup role, which hurts me a little bit to say, but I think that could be where he needs to be at this point. But I think he's going to wait. Yeah, he's going to wait for a major injury to try to just jump right into a starting role.
Yeah, I still don't see it, man. If teams don't want to bring him as a backup, like even if injury happens, unless it's like a team that's really on a run, like a playoff team.
Yeah,
I don't know, bro. It's a lot that comes with Cam, dog. Like, unfortunately, it's a lot to deal with. Like, even if he show up, you pick him up out the blue right now, it's gonna come with some theatrics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right or wrong.
I'm not even theatrics.
I honestly have as big a Cam fan as I am. I've come to the point now where I do think backup role is something he needs to embrace a little bit more. But I think he's thinking, I'll just wait for a situation where me jumping in as the starter makes a good amount of sense to that team. So we'll see.
What do you feel about, speaking of quarterbacks, NFL, what do you feel about your 49ers in their quarterback situation? What you got going on? You said if they got two. That's what the advice you gave, bro.
Got two, you got none.
You got two, you got none.
I don't think we got two. I think we got one. They just don't want to necessarily hand the rock off to him just yet.
I think over there?
Yeah, a bit of that. Yeah, I actually do. I see a little bit of that as a good analogy. I think Jimmy could get it done, but we made moves and made sacrifices to get Trey, who is the better talent. So, yeah, that situation is very parallel to me. And they just got to decide how they're going to maneuver it. The difference is in the NFL, we can get some value for Garoppolo, and versus in the NCAA, you all could possibly lose that guy and get nothing for him. So it's parallel in that sense of, my better talent and maybe on the bench. But where we differ is we can possibly maneuver something out of that.
Y'all think Jameis snapped that back? He back? What's up? Y'all think he feeling it? What y'all feeling like Jameis this year?
Oh, man, I like it a lot, man.
Good eye Sunday.
And I like it a lot. Sean Payton said, "You got a quarterback that throw that many interceptions, man. It's an indictment on the play call as well, man. I feel like he put him in the right situation to make plays, and also, the Saints got a good offensive line, good running game. I think it's a good situation for Jameis, man. You saw Drew Brees say, when he had that 50-yard strike down the field. This is something that we offense haven't had in a long time or whatever. So I feel like Jameis elevates the offense in a sense because he has, far superior arm talent than what Drew Brees has had over the last couple of years or so. I feel like it's a perfect fit for him, man. Really good defense. Defense played amazing. It's all the shit that Jameis really didn't have in Tampa. Great defense, great offensive line play, great running game, and great and consistent coaching as well. Jameis was under 3 head coaches during his time in Tampa.
Yeah, the NFL just who you get drafted by matters just so much. But he definitely got an opportunity to do some stuff. He looked good on Sunday. Aaron Rodgers went 15 for 28 for 133 yards, 2 interceptions. Y'all think he mailing it in?
That's my hater theory. As a guy that is a big Aaron Rodgers fan, I'm a huge Aaron Rodgers fan. But to mess with like my Green Bay Packer friends, including my nephew, I definitely been like, he quit. He just didn't tell y'all. I like what he's doing a little bit, man.
And a part of me want to say he is, and a part of me isn't just because of the type of competitor he is.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers, man, be like, fuck it, man. This trade me. I'm trying to get up out of here. Y'all didn't want to trade me some bullshit this last year and cut bait next year. I guess the moving forward we'll definitely know for sure. But just the competitor that Rodgers is, I'm banking on him to bounce back and have a good showing moving forward. But he is definitely done in Green Bay, though. I feel like whether it's pretty soon or within the end of the year, that shit is done.
Yeah, they got. I think it's a wrap in Green Bay. If he's there, he don't look happy. He looks miserable. Like he looks aged. He looks like terrible. You know what I'm saying? On and off the field right now. Urban Meyer, this USC job came up. His name came up as well. Urban Meyer. There are a lot of people saying that he probably leave Jaguars in the middle of the night. Be honest with you, I would not be mad at that right now. If he picked up his shit left right now, I may sigh a little relief, man. I love Urban, but that shit is.
I don't
know,
think
bro.
he's the guy. I don't think he's the guy.
Like it. Just don't feel like it.
And I said that when I watched the draft, because I was like, bro, he's just trying to draft kids he recruited. Like, and even whether he landed them or not, and I was like, that doesn't necessarily mean they were the best option there.
No, I think he's evaluating and talent getting gonna be all right. I don't see his style, what he does, translating. Just watching him on the sidelines and like just don't feel the same. I don't think he has the play because he played a lot of mind games. He's a psychology guy. I don't think that shit working with the grown men.
Yeah, them grown ass men ain't trying to hear that shit, man. But yeah, I agree with you. I don't think he's the guy in Jacksonville. I think that was a bad hire from the get-go. But him to be out, man, it wouldn't surprise me, man. That's just his MO. When situations kind of get a little sour or situations where he feel like it may be a little bit out of his control, so to speak, or he can't dictate the narrative, he finds a way to get out. And even with USC, there was talks about him coming to USC last year, but they never actually pulled the trigger on Clay. I'm pretty sure if they did pull that trigger on Clay, he'd have been the front runner for that job. So,
for sure.
And that was a job people were saying that he wanted badly too at one point in time. So it could happen. I don't know, man. When it comes to Urban Meyer, man, you never say never with him.
Yeah, I don't care either way. For the people that are trying to troll me about it, I don't care. If he leaves, cool. I give me a coach that that I actually believe in right now. Right now, I'm not believing it, bro. Like, everybody got to show me something. Let's get out of here, dog. Larion falling asleep. Shout out to 26 Degrees. Make sure y'all check that out.
Good, dog.
Want to talk about what we learned today? What we learned?
We have a life coach?
I don't have a life coach. I forgot. I didn't even ask for one.
Well, we got
Shout
to
out to Spencer Jerky.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, we gotta get Spence, man. I didn't know that. I was waiting on a life coach, man. I didn't know we can get a Spence read. But all right, well, y'all know how to hit us up. Hit us up in the DMs. You can hit up the Rollup account or me, CJ, or Silk. But Life Coach is brought to you by the good folks over at Spencer's Jerky. Only made to order jerky that starts with a trip to the butcher to source tender steak specifically for your batch. It's going to be marinated 24 hours in freshly crafted marinades using only locally sourced produce and all natural ingredients with no added sugars. 5 staple flavors include original, Old Bay, habanero bourbon, mandarin jalapeno, and of course the hood favorite, lemon pepper. And that will be shipped worldwide from Jersey City to Japan from spencersjerkinjerky.com. Exclusive promo code Big Meat for 10% off your order. spencersjerkinjerky.com again. Spence, I still need that shirt, bro. And this is the last week I'm going to warn you. Big Meat is on the way for you.
You probably got all Watson sizes, so he probably out.
All right.
Shout out to Desmond Watson. Spence signed him up for an NIL deal. Big 400-pound defensive tackle. Appropriate shirt for a guy that size. I like his activity too. I ain't talking about him in my Gator talk, but he's been getting a lot of like early reps. A guy that came in 4+, he got me in a little bit of shape, but he don't like to say he's in shape sounds nuts when you see him, right? But he did lose a lot of weight, dog. Shout out to Desmond Watson.
Big Meat, man.
Staff hit Spencer like, yo, this man gotta be on a vegan diet. You can get him the meat.
Nah, it's lean. It's lean. There's nothing bad about that.
Lean my ass.
It's jerky, dog.
What'd you learn today, bro?
Oh, I remember. What I learned today is the message is when you're about to go 0-3 is that you're about to go 0-3. Like there's nothing else to be taught there. It's just you're about to lose.
I learned that PK Sam don't like black people calling him niggas.
That was my
other
one. Mental note.
Yeah, and I learned I guess PK really is a damn inmate of program, man. That man trying to sabotage us, bro.
I had PK.
Man, at the best recruit we've had in a long, we possibly can get in a long fucking time trying to get him from around the program.
No, that's the PK. If you listen, that stinks, my guy. Like that just stinks, though. For you to be in the kids mention about anything, like come on, like people got their opinions on Bobby, whatever. But now when you start adding kids in this shit,
yeah,
like
that's the best one too.
It looks salty, bro. It don't look good. It look like you salty, dog. And that's just not a good look.
Bitter as fuck, man.
Yeah,
I also wrote down that PK Sam is pro-choice. he definitely told that boy to make the right decision, man. That's cold-blooded, man.
Make sure you made the right decision. Like, bitch, I made the right decision. I'm committed.
Well, to the wrong school. But hey.
Depends on the kid.
It depends on you. That's it.
Yeah.
You want him there. You know his better decision ain't to go there.
I don't know, like, what's like. We got a few of those players. We had those for like UF as well. Like these players you're not winning. Like the program is not gonna just miss you. So I don't get when these players try to go on this whole shit about them against the program shit. That shit never works out. You're not
gonna win that shit at all. It's gonna end up bad. Now when FSU banned you for coming to games because the motherfucker was on the sideline at Notre Dame.
Oh my God! Was he really?
He got the damn Notre Dame game in the facility and all.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
He bugging. He bugging. Hey, shout out to PK. You bugging a little bit, but shout out to you, bro.
A little bit, but I like what you're doing. We appreciate you, bro.
No, we don't.
Oh yeah, we do.
No, we do not.
You don't. The we is me and he.
Yeah,
We
for sure. I
appreciate
definitely love that energy.
Yeah,
Shit, he should have tagged McCall. I might tag
right.
McCall in myself.
Exactly. You see
Did
what he's
weird.
doing?
Who song is on? Who got a song? I did Same Energy Sunday or No Cap. You got it?
I think it is back around to me. Man, what I'm gonna take us out with?
No Yellow Wolf.
Nah, no Yellow Wolf. I will take us out with sheesh. Did you do what you learned?
Yeah, I told you I learned.
What you learned?
I learned that PK saying don't like black people calling them nigga.
That's right. All right, my bad.
That was definitely Pinky that put that U in there.
Nigga.
I tell you, all right. I tell you what, in preparation for Alabama and Florida, I'm gonna go "Neighbors Know My Name" by Trey Songz.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Man said neighbors know my name, Trigger Trey.
Yeah.
Hey man, big man. Y'all remember, dog, Florida going up big this weekend, dog. You know what I'm saying? We'll see y'all on No Cap. If you're not a member of the Patreon, please join that thing. I'm acting a fool. Win, lose, or draw. I think we got a real good weekend. All three could possibly lose. That's an option, right?
That's definitely an option.
That's really a real option for
that shit could be high percentage.
All parties involved.
Yeah, that shit could be a high percentage option.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that hurts to just hear, man. I don't want to hear that shit.
But y'all
terrible.
Join the Patreon. Hit us up. No Cap on Sundays. We vibing. We hanging out. Don't ask for it on the regular link. Y'all people like, where's it at? You guys ain't drop? Yeah, it drop. Yeah, Patreon, baby.
Patreon.
You want to hear us cry in our pain on Sundays? I was getting our ass whooped, dog. You got to pay to hear it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, we out here. Harlan, take us out.